more minutes?
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, I'm just gonna squeak a little bit. Why is it so ugly? I'm sorry. Sorry. That's terrible.
Yeah, we're still getting. Don't go yet. No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
All right. Embed sent.
So ugly because some of these products are really big. Hold on.
There we go. There we go. Now I've got it. So I'm going to test everybody. Gerald, say something.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Judy.
Can you hear me okay?
Sure can.
Yes.
Did you say me?
Yes, Judy. Hazel.
Hello, I am here.
Jen.
I am also here.
Mike.
Something.
Something. Thank you. Give that man some inspiration. Okay. So we're not live yet, right, Jimmy?
It says we're live.
You're live. You are live on YouTube. Well, there's a couple seconds delay, but you're live.
Okay.
There's a little tag that says live on YouTube on my screen
Yeah.
right now.
And it's on
All right.
YouTube, but it's not on the website yet. So how live are you really?
Okay.
Well, you got 5 people watching, so
Yeah. They're watching the feed.
Okay. So just give everybody a quick rundown. I will go ahead and I will read the blurb. I will do a quick thank you for watching. This is a Celebrity D&D. Thank you. You know, I won't thank. It will not be an Oscar speech level of thank yous. I will mention everybody who's playing, and but then I will go ahead and I will read. Once I start you stumble through the light, tripping over your own feet. Then I will go ahead and introduce you in character as well, and then just introduce yourself, your character, and a little bit about you. And I'll move on to the next person.
Should I still be seeing the cover page on Roll20 instead of the map?
Yes, you should.
Okay.
Yes, you should.
Just so you all know, I had to go through 3 sets of headphones. Like everything was fine on our test run.
Right.
And then today I tried to connect the headphones. No. And then I tried to connect the second headphones. No. Like, oh, wow, you really gonna make me like dig down and get out the old school.
Isn't that always the way?
Mic.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so people are gonna hate this, and I'm sorry, but I can't. Okay, I'm gonna move this down. It's gonna be real ugly, but it's gonna work. So, because for some reason each of the rows are really big for the donation, like the purchasing, the products thing, and I am sorry. Let me see if I can try one more thing, but oh my God, I hate this. That's fine.
So I should tell them if they want to donate during the game, they need to just go to the website.
Yes, to the
Celebrity D&D.
the Celebrity D&D game.
So JordanCon.org/
Well, go ahead and I'll put Yeah. Just tell them to follow the link on the homepage. I think would be the easiest words to say.
That's fine. I'll do that. Go to the homepage, follow the link.
Yeah.
I'm also posting it on YouTube.
Okay,
Perfect.
great. I appreciate that.
It's there.
Okay, I'm gonna try and take off the extra words that are in some of the titles and see if maybe that works, because you'll know what that is.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna embed it, and we're gonna go with it.
And Kathy, how are you going to let me know when somebody gets something?
The exact same way that I sent you the thingies with the stuff
Awesome.
in the private message.
Okay,
That is the word
Thingies
that I
with
was
the
trying to-
stuff.
Right? I mean, see,
Yeah.
Gerald knew what I was talking about. Thank goodness, because my words are real hard right now.
Technical term.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thingies and stuff.
Yeah. Thingies and stuff.
Thingies and stuff.
It's hard for brain to make words go.
It really is what I am currently doing about 3 different things, and it's all fine. It's going great. We're adding the code right now so people can find it. We're only 2 minutes late. We're totally fine.
We are totally fine. I mean, honestly, you expect most streams don't ever start on time. So
No, they don't.
Plus,
Yeah.
this is a D&D game. Come on now, that's a time honored.
It's got to start late.
Yeah, start
Experiment.
Yes,
Starting,
that's absolutely
you know,
Most of us
starting
are still
30 minutes to an hour late. That's tradition. You know,
most of us are still figuring out what kind of Doritos we want to eat.
Right.
exactly.
Are we?
Do you
Are
Someone
want
is-
to
Someone is hastily rolling up a new character. People are passing out.
Someone's
chips.
ordering pizza.
Yeah, you know.
No, I don't want pizza. I want subs tonight.
We had something last night. I want to get something else.
I can't even count the number of times we were supposed to start on a Friday night at 7, and the game probably began at 8:30, 8:45.
We would literally backdate the time that we said we would start. We would tell everybody we were going to start at 6, just because we knew
That is
that
brilliant.
was the only way to start at 7.
I
Right.
do that sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm late.
So
No, it's
Jeffrey
fine, you're
Bernard
good.
on YouTube wants to know who brought the Mountain Dew.
I can't. I was told not to show what I brought because it's a family-friendly venue.
Oh,
and
don't
I
worry
was-
about- I'm going to refer to that as your sweet tea. So I'm going to
Oh,
ask
okay.
you
There you
in a
go.
minute.
Okay.
Hey, Gerald,
Yeah.
what do you take your sweet tea on the rocks or neat?
All
See,
right.
I skipped the sweet tea and I'm drinking just regular tea, actual tea. But
Nice.
Do you like your tea on the
but
rocks
neat.
or
Neat,
Okay,
normally.
Gotcha.
I was actually going to start with a cup of tea, but after all of the headphones shenanigans, I decided to start the sweet tea a little earlier this evening.
Well, at least it's evening for you. It's only 2:00 for me. So
Oh, wow. Okay.
As much as I really want to drink right now, probably not the best idea. Although it is
Well, that's why they say it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
right.
Right?
You are at
Game time.
JordanCon, so
Yes, it's true.
and when
But
you
I
guys get
also-
started, I'm going to make my gin and tonic. So yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Okay, and we're doing that. Okay, I think, you know what? I think this is as pretty as it's gonna get. It's fine. I'm fine. I'm gonna mute now and just track the orders. And I
Okay.
apologize, everyone listening. I know the ordering the product things is ugly. I'm aware. I am so sorry. But yes, it's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. We're good. All right. I'm gonna mute myself. So you don't
I
hear
keep
me.
wanting to,
Yeah.
is it just me or I keep wanting to like roll a physical die? I guess I'm just,
Hey,
it's not
you
just
know, yeah, it's a little Pavlovian over here. I want to hear that. I want to hear that sound across the
Click,
table.
click, click.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I almost grabbed mine when I was getting everything together for this. I was like, let me grab my dice. Don't need that.
Right.
It's actually one of the things I actually like about Fantasy Grounds instead of Roll20 is you do actually hear the sound.
Oh, okay. So it makes the sound of dice rolling. Oh,
Yes.
that's yeah, very cool.
All right. Do we have any last questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Let's roll.
Literally. All right, now I'm muted.
In the days before the Age of Legends and the rebirth of the dragon, the shadows weighed heavy on the hearts of the world. Heroic hearts were in short supply, but there was no shortage of heroic need. And when there is need, the pattern will provide. If not from this world, then from another. Welcome everybody to Toils of the Dreamer, the Celebrity D&D for JordanCONline. I think I said that correctly. Normally, I would be herding people into the science fiction track at JordanCon, but alas, this year that didn't happen. Still, it's great to be with you. My name's Sean, if you don't know me, and I am this JordanCon's sci-fi track director. But I am also a long time, read that as old, RPG player and dungeon master. And tonight, I have the privilege of leading 4 really wonderful and creative people through Toils of the Dreamer, an adventure written specifically for Celebrity D&D here at JordanCon and thus for JordanCONline, or JordanCONline. There, I screwed it up. I just want to give thanks and a shout out to the JordanCONline crew, everyone who was involved, our players, and who I'll name in a second. But specifically Tom DeSimone, who approached me with the idea, Kathy Campbell, who is but done a lot of work getting this all ready. Our chairs, of course, and of course Harriet and Robert Jordan for giving us this world as we go. So tonight, in Toils of the Dreamer, we have 4 characters from 4 different worlds. One is played by Gerald L. Coleman. People at JordanCon should be very familiar with Gerald. Another by Judy Black. A third by Jenn Lyons. And a 4th by Mike Lyons. And we're about to enter a world familiar and yet just a little bit different. An age, a time between the Age of Legends and the coming of the dragon. You stumble through the light, tripping over your own feet and tumbling down a flight of 7 stairs. Overhead, there are clouds and a chill wind. Touches your face. A glance at the stone stairs reveals each has a color, faded by time, with brown at the bottom and blue at the top. Atop the stairs is a cylinder like stone with odd symbols and writing on its surface. Bantu, you pick yourself up. From the ground, you see 3 strangers, a forest, and a standing stone.
I am approximately 6'3". I'm wearing a black regimental uniform with 4 pips, silver pips on the high collar. And I'm moving slowly away from the steps, and my hand drifts down to the hilt of my sword as I take in and survey the surroundings. What in the world just happened? I was in Sanctuary having choka, and a bright light grabbed me. Who are you people?
Hazel, you were also picking yourself up from the ground.
So I am probably about 5'3" with blondish hair that's kind of piled in a very messy bun, wearing a very poofy Victorian style dress that's covered in mud or maybe dried blood. It's a little hard to tell. looking very confused and annoyed, and pulling out a rapier and stepping away from the glowy stone, because that's not a good thing.
So.
Well, I am 5'8", dark-skinned, with light. It's not gray hair. It's actually gray violet hair. Dressed very, very nicely, and looking very, very confused. I'm going to do a lot of cursing and look up at Bantu and say, "I'm Tyenso. Who the varg are you?"
Zombie, you hear some people talking. You can understand their language. Your old gear is a lot different than it used to be mere seconds ago.
So I am 6'4", broad-shouldered, looks like a modern day Special Forces Army soldier, high and tight haircut, wearing plate armor, sword, looks down at his hands, looks back at the stone pillar dais thing behind him, goes, "Oh, what now? Where the heck is my M4? And as he says that, a crossbow just appears in his hands. He goes, "Are you freaking kidding me? A crossbow? What am I supposed to do with this? Throw it at people." He starts inspecting it as he listens to everyone else just talking.
Okay, listen, I am the Commander General of the People's Company from Alexandria, and I don't know who you people are.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know who any of you are either, so you're not special on that regard. Who are you all?
Well, I do believe Bantu and I have both given our names.
Sergeant James Halsford, U.S. Army. Nice to meet you all. I guess.
Hazel, I guess it's nice to meet you all too. Does anyone know where we are?
I have no idea. And what is the U.S. Army?
Oh, it's one of these worlds. Got it.
I'm going to suggest that none of us are probably familiar with any of the particulars about where we're from. Our titles will mean nothing to each other, our backgrounds probably similarly, and none of us are familiar with wherever this is.
So were each of you grabbed by the light, just like I was?
Yeah, but in my case, I was more or less expecting it. Although I kind of thought it was going to dump me off back in my home world, not wherever the heck this is.
Okay.
I thought the light was just the train that was about to hit me, but this is a little bit better.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, that would definitely be superior train. That's a start. You have trains where you're from. Good.
A start, yes.
Could everybody go
ahead? That
and...
doesn't mean train of something. Never mind.
Could everybody go ahead and move your, make sure you move your tokens for me? Great. Thank you very much. All right. The area surrounding you is heavily forested, except for this clearing. A couple things you notice, obviously the standing stone and the stairs going up, and there's a cylinder on top. It has some writing, not really that familiar to you, or unfamiliar completely. You also, I'd like everyone to give me a survival check, if you would. And while they do that, I just want to remind everybody that you can go and bid on in-game items. It all goes to charity for the Mayo Clinic, which I forgot to mention at the beginning. My apologies. You can go to our homepage, jordancon.org, and follow the link for the Celebrity DnD and bid on plenty of items. That should be a lot of fun for the game.
Health potions, please.
We have no healers.
No healers. We made decisions were made and they may have been bad.
Also, really RNG? Really? You're going to give that to me now?
So,
Way to
you
get that
all
20
notice-
out of the way.
You all do notice two things. Zombie and Tiento, you smell some smoke and sulfur in the air. Everybody, however, notices that there's something new on your person. And just as soon as I figure out what they are, I'll tell. Yes, I'm sorry. Not bid on, purchase. The word is purchase, not bid. You purchase items to be put into the game. Bantu, you have a cloak that you didn't have before. Hazel, you have a set of goggles sitting on your head. Tayenso, you have a really cool staff. And Zombie, you have a pair of bracers on your forearms that you did not note that you had before.
Zombie's busy looking at the crossbow, which has a sort of a slide mechanism on the bottom as if it was a shotgun, and it's got a little knob on the side, like a selector switch from an assault rifle. And he's just looking at these things going, what the what?
Bantu's kind of fussing with the cloak. I never wear a cloak. What is going on here?
As
This
you're fussing
is
with it,
new to me too, I say, holding up the staff.
as Bantu's fussing with his cloak, he sort of becomes translucent at times, and he's much harder to see. The staff has a lot of raw, powerful, magical energy coming from it. And it has a bit of you can kind of hear a voice trying to speak to you in your head, trying to whisper things to you, but you can't quite hear it yet.
Well, it's not what I normally go around with, but I guess it will. Yeah. All right, it'll do.
Goggles on, goggles off, goggles on, goggles off.
When you put the goggles on, you can see a lot better in the like in the dark. If you put your hands over there, you can see a little bit better. Almost actually, the goggles would probably be something familiar to Zombie, but
Oh, do they look like
look
nods?
familiar to
All
him.
right, cool. He'll glance over at Hazel and go, ooh, nods, nice.
What?
Night vision amplification device. Should help you see in the dark.
That will be handy then.
As you all are speaking to one another, oh, go ahead.
Does anybody else smell smoke?
Does anyone else smell sulfur?
Yeah, I just thought that was the eggs I had.
No.
I'm going to keep my hand on my hilt and scan the surrounding area.
Okay, go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
I think I'm also going to look around.
Also, Gerald, I did put your character sheet in your journal if you want to use that.
Okay. Okay, I need to change my computer.
Don't worry, when I get to rolling it, it won't like me either. Don't worry.
That's the problem. You can't just switch out for a different die.
Right, I can't change dice. I'm stuck.
Dansu, go ahead and give me a perception check as well.
Oh, there we go. Not in a less than stellar roll.
All right, you do hear something rustling in the woods. You do hear some rustling.
Seeing my compatriots look a little nervous, I'm going to just go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself because I'm paranoid.
There's something out there. Oh, and Mage Armor is a fantastic idea. I believe I will be following suit on that one.
Sounds good. As you all are preparing yourselves, oh, there's the other guy. You hear some noises in the woods, and like something's crashing through the trees. Just as you get done casting your mage armors, mentally preparing yourselves, 3 creatures appear.
I pull my sword. Does anyone recognize these creatures?
Zombie yells, contact, right?
They are tall, easily 8 to 10 feet tall. They're easily 8 to 10 feet tall, taller than man. They all have horns on them. The one in the middle also looks a little bear-like, and each of them is carrying a sword.
Do they look friendly?
They do not look friendly. They look at you, scowling. The one in the middle says something to the one to his left and to his right. And you can sort of make out him saying, these are the ones they told us about. But it's a very guttural version of what you normally speak.
For some reason, I don't think these people want to invite us out to dinner.
I'm shocked.
Well, maybe if we're the dinner.
I'm going to use intimidation.
Okay.
Can I help? Use the help action with that? Because I also have proficiency
Sure,
in intimidation.
absolutely.
All right, then I will do that. So Gerald, you have advantage on your roll as zombie, whatever it is you're doing, zombie backs you up with like growls and yeah, that kind of physically intimidating attitude.
So I'm going to pull my sword with a flourish and give them the eye.
Oh, okay. I am going to have them try and resist your evil eye.
So because you have advantage, you can roll again and take whichever one was better, just in case you can get a better roll than that, which is unlikely. I mean, that was a really good roll, but.
After a 6 and a 4, I think I was owed. But let me roll again just to be sure.
Okay, so the 22 is the best. That's good. They are pretty intimidating themselves, actually, especially the 3 of them together. There's almost a palpable force with the 3 of them there together. You can feel a sense of dread. However, between yourself and Zombie, they've taken a step back, as it were. And the one in the middle looks directly at you and says, go back where you come from. Go back.
Sure, man. How do you suggest we do that?
Yeah, about that.
Not
Love
our
to. You have a
problem. You go
map?
back.
Got a map we could borrow?
They kind of look at each other like, what are they talking about? What's a map?
Where are we?
You're at the portal stone. You're at the portal stone. Go. Go back.
we were brought here against our will, and we don't mean you any harm, but if you threaten us, we are prepared to defend ourselves.
The guy says, go back. Zombie shrugs, walks up on top of the portal stone and like kind of jumps up and down on it.
Doesn't do anything.
He turns to them and just kind of goes.
They kind of look at the one in the middle, just looks at the other side. That's it. Let's kill them. And they appear like they're gonna want to have a fight with you.
And there we go.
There we are.
That's
Yeah.
more like it.
I'm going to perform a sweeping attack.
Oh, let's everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
Wow. A waste of a 20.
And there was my 1.
All right.
And like I said earlier, my practice rolls were fabulous, and now the real rolls start coming out.
See, that's the way that works. And as I told the DM earlier, he was jinxing me.
I wasn't jinxing you too much.
Who just rolled a 1?
True. All right. Zombie, you top the round. Go ahead. They look ready for battle.
When the guy said, just kill him, Zombie says, bad call. And he's not entirely sure what the different settings on his crossbow mean yet, but he flips the switch to the one that says CC and for close combat, and takes a shot at Horn Beast, the green one.
The green dot? Okay.
Yes,
there
the
we
green
go.
dot one.
Perfect.
And actually, he'll shoot once, and then we'll see if he shoots again or not,
Okay.
depending on how that first one goes. So let's see. Yeah. 14 to hit.
It bounces off his shoulder. Doesn't appear to do any damage.
All right. Then he will go ahead and shoot again. Oh, you can't just duplicate. Oh, yeah, you can. 17 to hit.
Actually, that digs right into his shoulder. Spurt of blood comes out. It doesn't dig deep, but it does definitely penetrate.
All righty. 1 second. I accidentally mute myself for no reason. $13 points of damage, piercing, magical, by the way, if that matters.
It does take damage, but not quite as much as you think it should.
Even magic.
Even magic.
Okay. And as he's firing these, and he's like sort of ratcheting the crossbow between each shot, he's walking back down the steps slowly, and he kind of comes to about there.
All right.
And seeing the lack of penetration, he says, "They're really hard to hurt."
All right. The red beast attacks Bantu.
Is my is my cloak working?
Your cloak appears to be working, yes. So this is rolled at disadvantage. So does a 12 hit you?
No.
Okay.
I have a 15 AC.
And it does not hit you. Okay. That is all he's going to do. He seems to be building himself up for something. Blue moves and attacks zombie since he's right there. AC 12, I assume doesn't hit you yet.
That is correct. Scratches right off the plate armor.
Okay. And Hazel, it's your go.
All right. I am going to bibbity bobbity boop. And I'm attacking the blue horned beast.
Okay. That definitely hits.
Cool. So what, 7 piercing, 17 sneak attack? No, it's not magical.
Okay. It doesn't do as much damage as you think it should, but it still does plenty of damage.
Nice. All right. And as my bonus action, I'm gonna disengage and bibbity bobbity boop.
As a proper rogue does.
Stabitha, goodbye.
Yep. Is a short bits of conversation allowed?
Sure.
All right. Over the shoulder, Zombie looks at Tianzo and says, hit the one I hit.
Tianzo, it's your go. The horn beast is on deck.
I'm up.
No, not yet. Tianzo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, since we're going at the same time, I'll let him go first.
Okay. All right. That's him. Yep. He will move in and also attack Zombie because he wants some vengeance. And he misses badly.
Clean miss. That wasn't even armor. That was just zombie sidesteps.
Yeah, very much so. There's a big gash in the dirt at your feet.
2. And I will cast Lightning Bolt.
Okay.
Yes.
What's my save DC for these guys?
16. 16 dex save? Yeah, 16 dex. Let me see if it, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that twice.
That's okay. Not a problem. Okay, so red and green both make the save. Blue does not make the save. How much damage is it?
That is, okay, hold on. So scroll back up, and it is 22 points of damage.
Okay. They do take that full damage. So whatever damage, when the lightning hits them, their bodies writhe in pain. They yell out and scream, especially Blue, who looks very badly wounded and scorched by it.
And look over at Zombie and say, all right.
Bantu, it's your go.
I'm going to use both my regular attack and my extra attack. I perform Hawk Skims the Lake and Dragon Breathes Fire with my sword.
Okay. The 9 and the 11 do not hit. Do you have a bonus actions that you'd like to perform?
Let's see. I'll use evasive. No, I'll use precision attack.
Okay. What's that do?
I can use 1 superiority die to add to the roll.
Okay.
And let's see. So the superior die is a die 8.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll the for 12 damage. Okay, great. It doesn't do quite as much damage as you think it should, but the creature's definitely wounded. More blood spurts out on the ground. It looks
I should
very
get
angry.
a +2 on the damage.
Okay.
As a dueling fighter, and I didn't roll the die 8.
There we go.
So +4.
Okay.
Nickel, dime, nickel, dime. Hey, it all counts.
Sure does.
Every little bit.
Zombie, it's your go. All three of these creatures look to be wounded. The blue horned beast, the one that looks like a bear, is more than the others.
Okay. So Zombie's going to like look at his crossbow and go, huh, I wonder what these settings do. He's going to flip it first to the one that says mark target and fire it at the blue one, which does not have nearly the sort of cool, instantaneous, awesome effect that he had hoped that it would have, but instead it casts Hex on him.
Okay.
He goes, well, darn. And then he flips it over to the setting that says long range, and he shoots. And that is Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
So let's see. I am +9 to hit with that. Oh, wow. Does a 25 hit?
The 25 definitely hits.
Oops. R plus. If I need to roll multiple dice, do I do it separately, or can I string it all together as one
You can
slash
string it
R?
all together. Yep, you can string it all together.
Plus 1d6. All right, so 16 points of force and or whatever Hex is, necrotic, I think, damage from the first hit.
Yeah, necrotic.
With the first hit, that crushes the chest of the creature and blows it back 5 feet. And it lays on the ground, looks dead.
Excellent. Then I will turn and over my shoulder look at Bantu, say, you got that one? Cool. And then I will turn and shoot the green one with my other shot.
Okay.
Wow, 27 will probably hit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wow.
oh yeah, okay. I can't, I already used my bonus action, so the Hex does not switch this round. 10 points of force damage.
Okay. Does it move the creature at all?
No, I don't have that particular.
Okay.
Whatchamacallit.
It hits. It definitely does all the damage you expect it to do.
Well, since Zombie had no idea what this was, so these like green bolts just streak out of the crossbow and hit them. And he's like, "Whoa! I like." He like looks at the crossbow and says, "I shall name you Velma."
Bantu, the creature, the horned beast in front of you, looks like it's entering a frenzy state, and it's going to attack. And it's going to miss, and it's going to attack again. AC 21?
Yep.
Okay.
My favorite kind of frenzy state is when they miss.
The
That
best
is the
of
superior.
frenzies.
That is the best. That is the superior frenzy state.
You take 12 damage. The beast's axe bites into your arm, but doesn't appear to hit a major artery or cause that much damage, but just stings. It will not move. It's basically locked in combat with you. Blue beast is an ex-beast. Hazel, it's your go.
All righty. Do. All right. Bibbidi bobbidi time. All right. Bibbidi bobbidi. Oh, that was a bad bibbidi bobbidi.
Yeah, it's your rapier sort of hits the side of the beast and sort of bows a little bit and then bounces back.
Well, that's awkward. Do. Bonus action, disengage, and retreat just a little.
Okay.
Pointy end, not flat end. Pointy end.
You know, this dress gets in the way, okay?
Fair.
Tayenso, it's your go.
All right, and this time I am not going to wait. What? Sorry.
Do it again. Do it again.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do lightning bolt twice.
Lightning doesn't strike twice, apparently.
Well, at least not right for this one. All right. But what I am going to do is I am going to cast Frostbite.
Okay.
So that is actually, no, I'm not. Sorry. Apologies. Let me roll to hit. I'm going to do Firebolt. Or maybe not. Well, no, 28. Was that a 28?
Yep, 28 hit.
Okay, then that's 12 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And I am definitely taking a step back.
All
And
right.
that's it for my round.
So, suddenly, as if chaos touched the creature, it's about 14 feet tall now. And it's raging and roaring.
Zombie watches it enlarge and just goes, "Oh God, not again."
I am very glad I moved away from that spot now.
It's going to take a couple wild swings. The first one at zombie. AC 23.
Oh yeah.
16 points of damage.
Ouch.
And the second one, since it's got reach, it will reach out to the person who just set it on fire. In theory. AC 27.
It's a good theory. You hit.
Okay. Did you want a shield or anything like that? Or would it make a difference? Or do you even have shield?
What was that?
Do you want to throw up a shield? The shield spell? I didn't know if you had that or not.
I do, but I don't know that it makes any difference.
Okay. That
So-
Sounds like our AC is intrinsically 23.
No. Yeah, it would be a waste of a spell.
Okay. For, amazing 10 points of damage.
Hey, wizard, that's a lot to me.
All right, Bantu, it's your go.
Okay, which arm did he grab onto or bite?
He bit into bit into your left arm.
Okay, so I dropped my sword, reverse under, and put him in a chokehold.
Okay.
Should I use athleticism or
Just make an
just
attack.
roll a?
Yeah,
just make an attack.
Yep.
Bantu has a grim look on his face.
That's all right. You add 7 to that roll, and it's 12, so you do miss.
Okay, so I'll use my extra attack to try the same thing.
Man, this dice does not like you, Bantu. Goodness.
It does not.
Wow.
Well, that one was a typo. It's /R, not R/.
Ah, right.
That's okay. I make that mistake all the time.
Yeah, my Reddit brain takes over.
19.
Yes, 19 will definitely get him in a grapple. He's going to try and escape.
He needs a 15.
He doesn't escape. So you've got him in a chokehold? What are you trying to do
Yes.
with him?
I'm trying to choke him out.
Okay. All right. Before we go around into this round, there are a couple little things we have. Everybody gets healed for 15 hit points.
Ah, thank you,
Wow.
whoever did that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you very much,
Thank
kind
you.
of.
Thank you.
Thank you, kind
Woo.
audience.
Oh, wait, they're not all being entirely kind, but that's okay.
Oh no.
Here it
Thank you.
comes.
Thank you to that kind audience.
Right, to that kind person.
Okay, so from the top, Bantu is 1, Hazel's 2, Tianso's 3, and Zombie is 4. I'm going to roll a d4. Thank you, whoever did this.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, Zombie.
Bring
Okay.
it.
Couple things happen. This happens as well. But Zombie, you are a sheep.
I mean,
no.
he's in the army, so you could make arguments.
True enough. I will put a little. We'll use a snail token. There we go.
Oh boy.
For one round, the Zombie is a sheep. Suddenly,
Polymorphs into
nowhere,
a sheep.
it just goes poof, turns into a sheep. I should have anticipated that.
So, if anybody speaks, like animal or Sylvan or anything, Zombie goes, "Yeah, that's about right," and then turns to just.
Oh my god.
What else do you do? I mean,
Zombie, it is your go at the top of the round. Would you like to do anything?
Oh man, this is just. Oh god. Oh no, you know what? He's actually smart enough not to run away. I take it back.
Okay.
If he does, that's attack of opportunity hell.
Yeah.
It's gonna get him
Yeah.
for both of them. He just sits there and baws defiantly.
All right.
He'll try to headbutt one of them.
All right. Go ahead and give me a headbutt roll on.
Nice.
Beast.
They could have at least made you a goat so you had horns.
Not entirely sure what the strength on a sheep is. I will assume it's nothing.
Yeah, 0 is fine.
Missed by a mile.
Has someone paid to have the algorithm give us crap rolls? Was that on the charity list?
I don't know. That's a good question.
If so, they invented time travel, went back and have been doing this to me my whole life. So no.
it's not Will Wheaton levels of dice rolling, but it's yeah.
Yeah, I roll 2s, not 1s, but yeah.
Okay. The red beast attacks Bantu, AC 22.
He's got to get out of my headlock, doesn't he?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. You're right. So that's it. We'll say that's his. Actually, that's not his athletics check. So let's do this. Okay. Go ahead and give me an athletics check on your end, if you would.
Okay.
His is a 9. I think you're going to beat that.
Man, don't say stuff like that.
Don't put that out
Right.
there like that. Don't put that out there like that.
Exactly. Boom!
Yes!
Oh,
I was owed that. I was owed.
Booyah! Bantu to the win, man.
So Bantu has this very large, 14-foot tall creature in a headlock like this, saying, "You're not going anywhere." So the creature is still locked there.
And he's owning it.
He is owning it.
Does Bantu have a dagger he can take and just start kidney shotting this guy too?
I mean,
think so.
I do.
Hazel, you have advantage on your next roll.
Yay!
And I have disadvantage on my next roll. Don't let me forget that.
We won't.
How
We will
many
not let you
save?
forget that.
How many saves does he have to make to not be choked out? This for my info.
When we come to your round, when it comes to your turn, he'll have to make another save, and if he fails it, he's choked out.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Okay, I am stabithing bibbity bobbity boo. One. Nope.
But
Oh, but I have advantage.
Yes, you have advantage. So, oh crap.
Oh,
Okay.
crit!
Wow.
Crit! Check that! Oh!
Yeah.
Best advantage ever.
Okay.
Thank you, Bantu.
You're
Stabitha!
welcome.
So yes, all the stabithing.
Let me do the math here. Okay. The
Math. I love it. Bantu is just like holding this guy, and Hazel is just stabbing his liver right out of him.
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
It does.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
The rapier goes in and comes out with a spleen and a liver.
Ah.
Yeah, teamwork makes the spleen not work.
But the creature is still alive. But
What?
it's not in good shape.
You can live for a couple of days without a liver.
Yeah. Bonus action to Stabitha again.
Not with Bantu hanging around your neck. You can't.
All right. I'm going to use my bonus action to attack again with my dagger, my offhand weapon.
All right.
So, and that will have advantage as well, right? Just not sneak attack.
No, that's he's not immobilized yet, so no.
Okay. Boop. Probably not.
Yeah, that bounces off his horns.
Is wiggling too much. All right. Thank you. That was good. That was.
So you're up.
Okay, so I am going to use my bonus. If you have a spell that casts on the bonus action, can you do that in another spell, or can you only do one spell?
You could do that and a cantrip.
You can do that in a cantrip?
Yes,
Okay.
you can use a cantrip on your action.
That's just, I didn't remember. Thank you. So I am going to, see, do I have to expeditious retreat or can I misty step on this? I think I can, I have to misty step. Yep, because if I do expeditious retreat, I think I still take the attack of opportunity. Whereas, no?
Yes, I think you do. Yep.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't say, because you actually do still run, whereas Misty Step you teleport.
Right, but if you take a dash
misunderstanding.
action, yeah, if you take a dash action, then they don't get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I don't want to take a dash action. I still want to attack.
Okay.
So
yes, Misty Step would be the best way to do that.
okay. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to get the hell out of his range, because I don't like being in his range. That's not good. And you know what? They're going to get another lightning bolt, but this time I'm going to use the staff. So there we go.
Okay, I don't think that they are going to survive this, even if they save, but let's see. We shall see.
What?
One of them saves, one of them does not. However, neither one of them was had very much health left, so both of them die.
Woo!
collapse to the ground, smoldering from the impact of the lightning.
Bantu lets go, hits the ground, and rolls away, and comes up a few feet from the fallen giant.
Hazel just kind of uses the bottom of her dress to kind of try and wipe her rapier off.
I don't know what the Varg those are, but I do not like them.
Yeah, me either. Oh. Is he going to be like that forever, do you think? Or is that very...
Suddenly he pops back.
No,
his normal
I don't
self.
think he'll be like that forever.
Oh, thank goodness. Last time we had to find a cake and a bowl of punch. It was a thing.
Oh, no.
All right.
I send a salute downrange to Tayenso. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well shot.
Nice work on the electricity thing.
That was pretty good.
And I look at the zombie looks at the one that he shot, the blue one.
As you're doing that, who has what's everybody's intelligence?
20.
Oh, God.
10.
14.
12.
Zombie, you actually get a little bit smarter. You now have an intelligence of 11. You're like, let me tell you about being a sheep.
Well, I've always
boy.
sort of felt that, the political structure of modern America was such that. Is that a permanent or a temporary bonus?
That is a permanent bonus. You are now plus.
Nice.
Okay, well, with my newfound intelligence, I look at the one horned beast that I shot, and I say, "Oh no, you don't! Come back!" And a ghostly form rises up out of it, and a specter is sitting there. And I say, "Yeah, you're mine now, asshole."
All right, so this is what we're going to do with that.
Huh.
That's
I wouldn't have
interesting.
expected that at all.
Meanwhile, oh, I know what I'm going to do. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And let's see what we got here. I'm going to give him a light purplish pink dot. And we're going to rename him Horned Spectre.
Mm.
And Zombie, you should be able to move him around now. Let me know if you can.
Horned Spectre. There we go. Yes, I can.
Okay, he's now yours to control.
Sweetness.
He is now yours
Nice.
to command.
So, still don't know what's going on, but clearly something sent those to kill whoever came through. What was it, a portal stone?
Yeah, I think that's what might have been said. I don't know what that is at all.
Well, if anybody has arcane, the arcane skill, they can go ahead and give that a check.
Well, taking a wild
Do
guess, it's that thing right there, and it's a portal made out of stone. I'm just spitballing here, but
Sounds about right. I will look at it too. Oh, I do know Arcana. Look at that. No, I don't.
I think maybe we should.
it's not that Arcana.
I think
What was
maybe
that?
we should. I think maybe we should investigate where those things came from instead of standing out here in the open.
I think that's a fantastic idea.
That's probably a smart idea.
Alternately, this is the thing that brought us here. If we'd all like to go home, it stands to reason this is the thing that'll send us back. Can anybody figure out how it works?
When as the end, so you look it over. The runes almost look like whatever magical language that you've seen before. Similar, but not quite the same. but it is a gate spell of some sort. But you think that whatever magical power or whatever energy was powering this device is no longer there.
Unfortunately, it seems to be a gate without a power source, which means we're not going back this way unless we figure out how to power it again.
Bantu heads for the tree line.
Go ahead and give me a survival check if you would. For those playing at home, sometimes survival can be used for tracking and things like that. Oh, here, let me make sure there are no good rolls. Let's see.
Huh, another decent roll. Look at that.
Woo!
Maybe the kid is making a comeback. I probably
Don't
shouldn't
get
say.
cocky. Don't get cocky.
Don't jinx it.
You do find that there is a trail leading down the hill towards what you can barely see is some smoke in the distance.
While Bantu's
Down
doing
the
that,
hill through the tree. I'm sorry. Down the hill through the trees or down the hill to the south on the map?
It's sort of to the east on the map, so in the direction that you're headed.
Okay.
while Bantu's doing that, Zombie's going to go over, roll that one giant horned beast that was the red one originally over, pick up Bantu's sword, and go hand it to him.
Okay.
Because he said he dropped it earlier.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Hold on a second. There's some barking. You hear some barking dogs in the distance.
Oh, doggo, 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 doggo. Come here, doggo.
Doggy.
Interesting, very realistic. I like it.
Bantu takes the sword from Zombie and gives him a nod and slides it into its sheath.
These the things that attacked us, the corpses of the things that attacked us. I mean, are we talking ragged furs and sackcloth, polished armor? What does it look like in terms of equipment?
It basically, you can tell two things that are of note. One, it looks as if the clothing, I wouldn't say is well made, but it was purposely made, so it's not just rags. They obviously put some thought into the coverings. The second thing is they all have a small bronze emblem that's sort of either in a piece of clothing or somewhere, and it's piled human skulls. It's just 3 or 4 piled human skulls, but they all have this emblem.
Cheerful. Okay. Then I'm taking those.
Okay.
There's a path over here I've discovered among the trees.
Do you all want to follow that path?
I don't think this is going to work, but I want to try one thing. You said the stone needs power, right? So I'm just going to cast Firebolt at the stone and see what happens.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
It needs a lot of power.
Hey, if that's a cantrip.
It is a cantrip.
Do it all day.
I'm just going to burn down the forest instead.
Trickle charge.
You cast a firebolt and it flies dead on towards the stone, and then it veers at the last second and plows into the earth, and leaves a bigger scorched mark than you think it should have.
That's a reaction. All right, let's see where this path goes then. Had to try it. You know, sometimes you just have to try to light something on fire.
Of course.
Is anyone particularly good at walking quietly?
Not bad at it most of the time.
Great. You want to take point?
I'm pretty good at it. but I'm a bigger target if you have, if we want to send someone a little smaller in first.
What out of character, what kind of armor is Bantu wearing?
Bantu has on a chainmail shirt under his regimental coat.
Okay. In that case, Zombie will look at Hazel and say, all right, why don't you take point? I'll follow you about 10 yards back.
All right. We'll head that way then. Being all sneak snocky.
All right. Go ahead and just give me a. Oh, you did? Thank you very much for the stealth. Thank you very much for the stealth roll.
Sneaky snocky.
All right. We're on another map now. Dun, dun, dun. There's only 43 more maps to go. You guys are doing great.
Estimated time this will be done, 8. And by that, we mean the 8th month, August.
We mean 8 a.m.
All right. You move through the forest, and everybody make sure you can move your tokens. I moved them to the next map. There we go. Should be good. You're moving through the forest, and you come upon some box text.
I'm sorry, say that last bit again?
You come upon a scene on the road.
You said you come upon some boxed text.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. I get it now.
You see the detritus of battle. A horse wanders riderless around the fringes of the road. 2 women and 4 men. Actually, I think I have more. 3 women and 4 men lay dead in front of you. 2 other horses are also slain on the road. Each man is wearing a cloak. The colors of the cloak shifting as you watch it, depending on your angle. So as you're walking around, the colors of the cloak shift. The women have cloaks as well. 1 blue, 1 gray, and 1 green. To one side, near one of the fallen men, is a barely visible twinkling like motes of dust. As you watch, it falls to the road and fades to nothing as if it had never been. And the motes of dust, I will ping the map down here. That's Bob. So you see 3 women and 4 men who are all appear to be deceased.
I will check to make sure. Not that I'm going to like finish them off if they're not. I'm just saying, you know,
Right.
in case somebody's just unconscious.
Okay, go ahead and give me a medicine check if you would.
The zombie's going to go to the edge of the road, take up a position just inside the tree line, kneel down with his crossbow and keep watch up the road. And the specter will also keep watch for whatever good it does us.
I'm assuming this is a wagon. I'm going to check on the southern side of the wagon and check these bodies.
Okay. Zombie, as you move to the side of the road, you notice something in your pocket suddenly. Maybe you didn't notice it before.
What do I have in my pockets? I pull it out and look at it.
You open it up. It's like a leather pouch, and it smells. Does Zombie smoke, or has been around people who smoke?
He's been around people who smoke. Yeah, he doesn't smoke himself.
Smells like tobacco in there, and there's even something to smoke it with.
Oh, nice. He puts it back.
Okay. It smells really good too, by the way. All right. So, Hazel, let me run down everybody. Bantu, I know you're checking the bodies down there. Zombies in place. Hazel, what are you doing again?
I'd like to use Mage Hand to kind of shift the cloaks around and just see what is up with these dust mote things.
Okay, the dust motes were at the far end where Bantu is. It's just
Okay,
that one spot.
Okay.
It looks like it looks as if that it's almost like the outline of a person, but very faded on the ground. Almost as if the person doesn't exist anymore. It doesn't look like any kind of magic you've seen before.
Okay.
Tienzo, what are you doing?
Checking bodies. Remember? See if anybody's actually
yeah.
just critically wounded rather than dead.
No, they have all perished. All of them have been killed by some sort of weapon. Although you do note that some of them have scorch marks or have had their arms twisted in odd angles, something that might suggest to you some kind of magic had been used as well. And the dust motes definitely scream magic to everybody.
Right. I will go over there and look at those after I'm done, as well as saying a small prayer for the deceased. But any idea what might have caused that?
Go ahead and give me an arcane check. Hazel, you can do the same. Bantu, you look around, and again, they were all killed, especially the men were killed by weapons. They have their swords and axes and knives close at hand. They weren't robbed. No one robbed their bodies. They just were left fallen on the road like this.
Anything special about any of the weapons?
No, none of the weapons seem to be special. But one thing you do note on the blue cloaked woman that you were looking on, and then you notice it on the hands of the other women as well, they're all wearing serpent rings. The rings have a serpent on them.
Okay.
While everybody's doing those things, Zombie's going to lick his thumb and try to scrub that little snail thing off of his upper right essence, because it's really making him nervous.
Okay. You successfully get rid of the snail. Hazel and Tienzo, the interesting thing that you note about this spot on the road is that it is reality altering magic. Very powerful, more powerful than you've ever experienced. It essentially must have erased whoever was here from existence.
Well, isn't that super cheerful?
Yeah, that's not great. Let's not get erased from existence. Let's back away from the eraser path.
Oh, I think whoever did the erasing is probably, well, hopefully, not around.
Hopefully.
Just stop the big purple guy from snapping his fingers. You'll be fine.
I'm sorry?
No, Zombie says that in character.
All right, so
You're strange.
as you all
He
are
is.
discussing this, from behind a tree, you hear the crunching of feet on fallen leaves. And then you hear
Spin
a
around,
voice.
raise my crossbow.
You hear a voice. Poor arrogant girl, you have reaped what you sowed. A short woman in a brown cloak steps from behind a tree and nudges the blue-cloaked corpse with the toe of her boot. On her hand is the same serpent ring the dead woman wears. I assume you all come from the portal stone. She looks at you all.
No, I come from Michigan.
Bantu moves to the corner of the wagon.
The last people that wanted to talk to us about that were unfriendly.
Who are you?
Thank you.
That's a great question. I wish I had the answer to that. Oh, as if I've written the adventure. Here we go. She introduced herself. I am Tedra. I'm a sister to these women.
What happened here?
They were ambushed by Trollocs, the same creatures that attacked you, and by their leader, a fallen dragon. Or she says the false dragon.
False dragon?
False
Trollocs?
dragon.
How is a dragon false?
He's
Not
a
actually
man.
from Wales.
He's a man who channels the one power and thinks that he has come to save the world, and he has not. He is mad.
One
And they have
power.
taken, and his minions have taken something of importance.
Well, I wish I could say I've never met anyone like that, but it seems to be all too common.
Is it a ring? Did they take a ring?
Sounds
It has nothing to do with the ring, no.
No, I'm saying, is it a ring? Did they take a ring?
No, they did not take a ring. They took a bowl.
The one bowl? I don't know. It just doesn't have the same kind of gravitas to it.
James?
Yep.
Whatever it is from your world that you're referencing, it's not here. So, help.
Hey, I narrowed down it wasn't a ring.
Can you tell us more about this bowl?
It's known as the Bowl of Winds, and it was being taken to the city of Ubudar. And now it will not reach that unless someone tracks it down. And that's why you're here. She looks very confident in what she's saying.
okay. So here's my question. How do I know that you're on the right side of this and not the wrong?
Are you saying you're responsible for bringing us here?
I'm not. The pattern brought you here.
The pattern.
Yes.
Pattern.
The world. She just sort of like rolls her eyes like, what a bunch of dummies. The world brought you here.
Right. I really wish
Difficult
the
as
world
this
would lay
may
off.
be for you to comprehend, you may need to take a second to understand that we're not from around here and the rules may not work the same for us as what you are used to. Please don't assume that these things are obvious to us.
I understand this is all very new to you. But when the world has a need, as it does now, to put things right, it often calls those from the dreamlands and other realities.
Well, I question its wisdom in bringing me, but since it's not an entity I apparently can argue with, that wouldn't do any good.
Okay, so let me ask this question again in a different way, maybe a more simple way. How do I know that you're the good guy?
You just have to trust your instincts. You can make an insight check if you want.
Okay.
Definitely doing that.
I have a -1 wisdom, and yet I keep managing to roll pretty okay on all my wisdom checks.
Bad too.
Wow. So I'm just gonna do what whether she's the bad guy or not. I'm just gonna be a sucker here.
Actually, Bantu, you feel like you want to, like you can try that again if you'd like, or you can wait to try that again at some other time.
Let me try it again.
Woo!
Okay.
A little better.
You get the impression that Tedra is trying to be open with you, and it's not her normal way of being. She obviously tends to be someone who is discreet, closed off, maybe a bit absent-minded. So she's trying to be as direct with you as she possibly can. And you do get the impression that she's, at the very least, she's not with the Trollocs that you fought.
Okay.
And she believes what she told you to be true.
Okay, so my other question then is, so say we go and get this bowl, what exactly do you expect us to do with it?
A man named Prane will take the bowl from you and take it to Ibudar.
And what are they going to do with it in Ibudar?
Hide it away for when the true dragon comes.
This dragon stuff again. Okay.
Somehow, I don't think when they say dragon, it means what we think of when we hear dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I will. I think maybe we would be on the right side of this, but This is not the people's company, and I'm not in command here. So I say we put it to a vote.
Well, it sounds like it's the only way for us to go home, and I would rather not live here with false dragons and bowls that make wind.
Is that basically the case? We do this, we get to go home?
Correct.
Well, I do have an empire to get back to, so yeah, that would be nice.
I will take care of, she looks around, I will take care of these bodies. Head south till you reach a crossroads. At the crossroads, look for a woman she grabs her cloak, a cloak of yellow, very much like mine. She will have the rest of the information that you need.
Is your entire society color coded? And if so, how do you get away with the fact that there just aren't really that many colors?
And what do you do if someone's colorblind?
Oh, it's so awkward.
Last question first. That's a great question. The rest of it, yes, my sisters and I are color coded.
So are you I mean, your sisters and you, is this a religion? Is this a
Cult?
sect?
Sect is probably the word you're looking for. Some people think we're a cult. We are the Aes Sedai. That is the name we go by. They're not always so openly.
Okay, dragons, Trollocs, patterns, Aes Sedai. I'm confused, but we're supposed to head south.
South to a lady in a yellow jacket to find a bowl. I got it.
I wish you.
Easy.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, right.
I wish you well on your journey.
Thank you.
Okay. So the sooner we get going, the sooner I can get back home.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it.
Actually, Tetra says I will go and work on that now as well, on finding a way to get you back home, or finding which portal stone takes you home.
So us going home actually has nothing to do with the bowl. You're just using us retrieving the bowl as
the price
payment for
Yeah.
sending us home.
I don't know which portal stone will take you home, and no, it's not really payment. I didn't bring you here. I just knew you would be here.
Okay.
Right.
So I say we head south. Let's head south. Get to it. I believe in getting the job done.
Okay.
I have an 8 o'clock show I got to get ready for, so let's do this.
All right. As our heroes head south, we're going to go ahead and take a few-minute break, so everybody can refresh their drinks, so that Gerald can get another
laptop.
A sweet tea on the rocks.
Neat.
A neat sweet tea.
Neat.
Sorry, a neat sweet tea.
Yes.
So we'll be back in a few minutes. We appreciate everybody. This is Toils of the Dreamer for the Celebrity D&D game for the JordanCONline. See, I got it right that time. JordanCONline. And we'll be back in about 5 or 6 minutes.
See y'all.
was me covering up the screen while I touched my face.
Well done. I know. I have to keep stopping myself.
I didn't
Whenever-
always succeed.
Whenever they do those memes, what is this COVID-19 taught you? I touch my face roughly 42.7% of my awake time.
I mean, basically, oh, it's so bad. I'll just catch myself and I'm like, man, I've been sitting like this for the past 30 minutes. What?
Bantu comes running back into the room.
Welcome back. Freshly filled your sweet tea.
If no one else is watching right now.
I
Nice.
said sweet tea. There it is.
Yeah.
There was a quick comment on YouTube to see who would be the last to show up. It was toss up between Sean and Gerald. And we saw the screen movie, so we thought Sean would beat Gerald, but then at the last minute, Gerald pops up on the screen and not Sean.
Oh, what a twist.
No, Sean was back way before Gerald, though. He switched maps and everything. He was
Not on camera. He did not show up on camera.
There you go. Come on, zombie.
Okay. On mine, he did, but all right.
Does everybody get their particular
Sweet
drink
tea.
neat? Sweet tea neat.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's a little sweet something.
Ah,
On
okay.
the rocks.
A little sweet something on the rocks.
Okay, so while we have a second here, I just want to remind folks that this is Toils of the Dreamer, an adventure for the Celebrity D&D game that we're running on for JordanCONline. I think I've gotten it right twice in a row now.
I'm very proud.
And again, as always, thanks the whole JordanCon team for helping us out and getting this on the air. Those who were directly responsible and those who were indirectly responsible. And I want to thank everyone who's hitting up the charity items. They have been fun so far, and don't worry, I've got them all written down as I go, and we will implement them here, several of them here in just a moment. We will go ahead. Actually, we're making a few changes on it, so the charity items will be back in just a moment. But actually, while we have a moment, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and roll a D4 again. Let's find out. Apparently, the dice just love zombie.
Did I call it or did I call it?
You did, but you did not get turned into sheep, though. Let's see.
This time it's a mountain goat, so I have horns.
So you have one, right? So you can blend in with your specter. Okay, so actually, you're walking along, and you would recognize this tiny creature that comes out to be a small bear, and I mean small bear. It's got white and black coloring, looks very much like a panda bear. And it comes up and it's pawing at Zombie's pocket where the tobacco is.
No, little guy, this is bad for you. Bad for your lungs. You don't want this.
And then it pulls out your military rations, your MREs.
Yeah, you really don't want those. Those are even worse for you.
You've made a friend.
Yeah, it just sits there, and whenever you move, it moves. If you move away from it, it follows you.
That's adorable.
Zombie has a familiar.
I pick it up and just like put it on my back like a toddler. And
you can tell that this makes the bear very happy.
okay.
He's very happy now.
And I just keep going.
That's extremely cute.
Every once, like, I'll pull out a candy bar, and every once in a while I'll break off a piece and feed it to him.
Okay.
Okay,
That
out of
is
character. The MREs are bad for it, but you're okay with feeding it a candy bar?
Have you ever seen the calorie count of an MRE? Candy bars are much, much better for you.
You guys walk south for about half a day or so. The sun is still out. When you hit a crossroads, and more box text. Dianto recognizes that this is box text that will be read to her.
But she's been wrong before.
The trees part, and oops, that's a little bit too far. That's the wrong box text, apparently. Here we go. You come to the crossroads, and talking to some passersby, they call it Alder Farm. The Alder Farm Crossroads. As you come to the crossroads, you notice that to one side indeed is a farm. There are vineyards, and also some. They're growing some olive as well. Some wine and olives. There you go. There's a large stable, and on the map, the stable is up here. There are many horses stabled at the stables, as you might imagine. And at the other side of the crossroads, there's a tavern. It's a very large tavern. People going in and out, travelers dressed. The one thing you notice about the people around here dressed, they're all dark, generally all have dark hair and olive skin. And the women all wear, not all the women, but many of the women wear a choker with a jeweled dagger hanging off the choker. None of the men have this, only the women. Several of the women have just a choker. So, and not all the women have it, but most of the women do. People are generally friendly, but they're not, as you walk past them, they'll nod, they'll say hi, but no one's moving to engage you in conversation. Zombie, what does that specter look like in the daylight?
It looks like a pale, translucent, ghostly version of whatever it used to be. So the Trolloc, I guess.
Okay. People don't know what to make of that, and they will generally are moving out of the way whenever they see that.
Yeah, that seems likely. Actually, as we get close, I will order it. Hold on a second while I research something. Continue.
Okay. You notice there are a lot of people going into the tavern. It appears to be a meal time, perhaps. And the crossroads obviously goes in different directions. You can continue straight, and there's another crossroad that crosses not quite perpendicular. Not quite perpendicular to it at an angle.
Does anyone have any kind of tracking abilities?
Not I.
We should have asked before we left from the carnage to see if we could pick up a trail.
Well, weren't we supposed to meet somebody in a yellow cloak? You would think that would be hard to miss.
You would think.
And so, Sean, to address your issue, I'm going to send the Spectre flying about 300 feet above me. Tell him to keep me directly underneath him and to come back down if I wave.
Okay, that's fine. It will do that.
Okay, so I'm gonna check the tavern for a yellow cloak.
Okay. Hold on. We can take you to. I have the inside of a tavern.
Wow, fancy.
It's like magic.
It is.
Yeah.
You go from map to map.
Oh my gosh.
Now, I will say that this map isn't as pretty as the others because I had to make it by hand. Well, technically, I made the others by hand, but this one, not as pretty. All right. You walk through the door, and you see a modest crowd. A tall, dark-haired woman stands near several casks and cups, giving orders to other servers. Around her neck, she just has a choker. She does not have a dagger on hers. Men and women wait the tables, serving food and drinks to people sitting around the wooden tables. Each of the servers has a silver tray that they're serving stuff on.
I'm gonna scan the room for a yellow cloak or anyone who looks like any of the women who were killed with the cloaks in the rings.
Okay.
The icy dice people.
Do I have money?
Good
No.
question.
Well, you have whatever money you would have had from coming from your world.
Cool.
Okay.
And I've just been told that the buying of items is back on. So,
Can't imagine these guys will take a 20, so I'm going to stay outside.
okay.
I'm going to go in with Bantu and help look for yellow cloaks.
Okay. Bantu, go ahead and roll, but roll with advantage because you're giving assistance. Tyenso, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to go inside as well, but where's the actual bar, or are there two of them, or is there one?
If you see on the map where I'm pinging.
So this is okay.
Oh
Bantu.
my
Oh
god!
goodness, you were supposed to get a new laptop during the break.
Right.
Oh,
Advantage.
yes, roll again. You have
Go ahead, roll again.
advantage.
You do have advantage.
Wow.
And is your perception 0? I mean, do you not get to add anything to any of your rolls?
Oh, I can just click on perception, I guess, huh?
Yep.
I've never used that part. Well, actually, I've never used roll 20 at all, but yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and click perception, and that'll roll it for you. Okay, and I'll go ahead and let you roll again.
Yay! Double digits, Bantu! Double digits, Bantu!
We got to go back to dice.
Tyenso, you move up to the bar, and what are you doing?
I'm seeing if I can catch the bartender's attention.
You can.
And I'm going to slide a couple of gold thrones across, figuring that even if it's not a coinage they accept, gold is gold.
She picks it up. She kind of bites into it. Oh, okay. What would you like, friend?
Well, we are strangers to these parts, and I was hoping that you might be able to provide a little bit of information.
I can see what I can do. She scoops both
One,
coins
just
in
as
her
a
hand.
point of curiosity, what's with the daggers?
Oh, the daggers are the marriage daggers. The men present them to the women when they get married.
I see.
You notice that that everybody wears a dagger in their belt, even the women, men, doesn't matter. And that most people in here have scars on their faces or their arms. In particular, the bartender has scars down her cheeks.
Okay. We're looking for someone with a yellow cloak. Have you seen anyone like that around?
She's like, oh yeah, over there on the table. So she points it out. just as Bantu and Hazel, or Hazel really kind of pulls Bantu's shoulder and says, "Hey, isn't that a yellow cloaked woman right over there?"
Okay.
Oh, right there. Thank you. Also, I'll have a glass of something.
Okay. She said, "Do you like wine?"
Do you have anything harder?
Oh yeah, she reaches for some iced tea, some sweet tea.
Neat.
Neat, and
Neat.
she gives it to you.
Thank you. I'll sip first, then not sip, and then I'll go over there.
Okay.
Assuming that it's not
Approach.
like kerosene.
No, it tastes like Maker's Mark.
Okay.
I approach the woman with the yellow cloak.
Let me go ahead and put a yellow dot on her. That probably would be helpful.
Her name's Preen, is that right?
No, you'll eventually give the bowl to a man named Preen.
Oh, we're giving the bowl to the person named Preen,
but
right?
We're not given all. Actually, Tadra described her as the yellow light.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna ask her if she is the person that Tadra sent us to meet. Did Tadra send us to meet you?
Did you want to walk? I'm gonna move your token over to her. Hazel,
Oh, the one with the yellow. Okay, got it.
Hazel, were you gonna go over there as well?
Not the one that actually looks like all the other Ace and I.
Right, right.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right over there and stay close enough to hear, so if something goes sideways, I can step in. But that way, we're not like all up in this lady's space.
Okay. Sounds good. As you get close, you do notice that this gentleman here, he's like, "Not so close, friend. What do you want?"
Tell me he didn't reach out and touch me.
No, he did not touch you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's just he sort of puts his hand out, like, "Hey, not so close, friend. What do you want?"
Okay. Well, we were sent to meet a Tadra, and I was wondering if this is her.
Oh, Tadra sent you. Is that right?
Oh, Tadra was her name, right? Tadra
Right,
sent us to meet a woman who was the, what did you call her? The yellow
light.
The yellow light.
What did Tadra? The woman looks at you and says, "What was Tadra wearing?"
A brown cloak.
Anything else of note on her? You do notice that she's sort of cupping her hands so you can't see her hands.
A serpent ring.
She kind of looks at her friend here and the two others at the table. They all sort of nod. Are you trying to be deceptive at all? Or you're just being completely honest with them?
I'm being completely honest.
Okay. She pulls her hand out and she does show you that she too is wearing one of the serpent rings. She's like, "Yes. Is it?" She kind of looks at some of the strangers. Is it just you, or are there others? She's like, basically, she's saying, "Come have a drink at our table."
Okay. I'll pull up a seat.
Okay.
That I will go join them.
Okay.
Boop-a-doop-boop.
Are you waving us over?
Yeah, and I don't know where everybody else. You didn't come
Zombies.
in, did you, zombie?
Yeah, zombies guarding the door. So.
Okay, then yeah.
Still outside.
Yeah, sort of motion over from the bar for you to come join us.
All right.
So I tell her, listen, we've been somehow summoned from our own worlds. And in order for us to get home, we have to find something.
She sort of nods. Yeah, I understand that is what was written in some, written down, that strangers would appear who would bring the Bowl of Winds to its rightful place. Do you have any questions for me?
Who are your friends?
Do we have questions?
Quite a few questions.
Do you have all day?
No, we really don't.
Who are your friends?
She points to the man who's sitting next to her. She's like, "This is James." She points to the woman across the way from James, and she says, "That's Lynn." And at the end of the table is Rico. He is my warder.
Nice to meet you.
So we didn't get a very good answer on this earlier. What is the Bowl of Winds? Who has it? And how exactly are we supposed to get it back?
A year ago, a man began to trouble the people in this area. He was trying to heal people, but he ended up hurting them. He kept telling everyone that he was the Dragon Reborn, that he would defeat the enemy, but he consorted with Trollocs, and slowly, as far as we can tell, he's become mad, more and more mad, as male will do when they use too much magic. We've been trying to...
Excuse me?
Well, she just sort of looks at you. It's like, well, yes, when men use magic, they become mad and tainted, and they have to be put down.
I take it back. I take everything back. I love this place. This is my favorite
stay.
place. This is my favorite place ever.
This is the best place I've ever been. I'm staying.
You mean only women are really allowed to use magic?
Really?
Well, we use... I can forget the exact terms. We use the one power, yes. Only women can use it safely. Men cannot use it.
I love it.
How horrible for men.
What a rough life.
Well, they don't. When they use it, they go mad and have to be destroyed. So no sane man would want to use it.
No, of course not.
The men at the table are sort of like looking at each other. They're not contradicting what she's saying, but they're uncomfortable with what she's saying.
Sure. Yeah, of course.
So
I'm
where
sorry.
is the bowl?
Yeah, the
Apology.
bowl.
Yes,
Yes,
apologies
continue.
for interrupting. I'm so
That was
sorry.
very exciting.
The Bowl of Winds is I'm going to butcher that, is an angreal from the Age of Legends. It's a powerful item. I don't know specifically what it does. None of us do. We only know that it's one of many that needs to be lost for a while before it's recovered.
And do you know who has it?
I do. I do not know his name. They call him the Gray Speaker or the Gray Voice. He's an old man, and he lives in the Moon Tower, which is an ancient ruin from the Age of Legends. That's more or less intact, but it was completely abandoned until the Gray Speaker took up residence there a few months ago.
And where's the Moon Tower located?
She nods at James. He's like, I will lead you there. I will lead you through the forest to the Moon Tower. I'm sorry I couldn't have met you further, but we only just heard about the loss of the bowl.
Okay. Well, it's the only way for us to get home, so we need to get to the Moon Tower and retrieve the bowl.
I will lead you there.
But I mean, we could take our time about doing it.
No, the sooner you get to, well, you can stay in our world as long as you wish. But the sooner we get the bowl away from the Gray Speaker, the better.
Right.
Right.
That
Of
character.
course.
Didn't you have an 8 o'clock show?
I know. They'll be fine.
The last of our companions, I believe, is still outside. So perhaps if we could take this outside, we can both wrap this up and get started.
Okay.
Bantu pushes back from the table and nods at the yellow light and makes his way around the table and heads for the door.
Okay. I apologize for those at home. I just did touch my nose.
Yep, I will join. Heading out the door. Boop.
Okay. Nobody tries to kill you as you walk out the door.
That you know of. Maybe they're just really bad at it.
They're so bad at it, we miss it completely.
I introduce, what was his name?
James Storm Raven.
I introduced James to Zombie, and James is going to lead us to the moon tower where the bowl that we need to retrieve is located.
So, moderately amusing side note, Zombie's never actually used the code name Zombie yet. He told you his name is James Halsford.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
That's okay. He will start telling you guys to call him Zombie, especially now that there's a second James in the group.
Technically, it's James and not James, but that's close enough.
Oh, James.
But
Look,
somebody's going to get it wrong, and
I know it's going to get confusing, yeah.
When you're yelling it across a crowded battlefield, nobody's going to like stop to go, wait, was there an S there?
Yeah, which one?
All right.
So James, interesting thing I just found out, kind of motioning for James to come a little bit away from the main group. Apparently, in this world, men who use magic start going insane.
Wow.
I thought that was interesting.
Not really sucked to be a magician in this world.
It would. Rejoin the others.
Tayanso, just to let you know, you do have an advantage you can use at some point in the future.
Oh, fabulous. Do I have to declare that before I roll, or can I declare it after I roll a one?
After. We're all friends here. It's fine.
Cool.
So yeah, you can declare it after. That's fine. All right. Now I've got to get all these figures. Oops.
So you said that it took us like half a day to get here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So like on that walk, Zombie would have been like looking at Hazel's ink and then showing her his own tattoos, which he doesn't have nearly as many as she does, but he's got a few because, you know,
oh yeah,
soldier guy. So
happy to share tattoo stories and show off.
Yeah. And
Also probably hacking at the ends of the dress to make it a bit shorter and easier to walk in.
Nice.
It's very puffy and annoying.
And at some point that turns into like showing scars and telling the story of how that, you know. That kind of thing.
Perfect.
All right. So my apologies real quick. Zombie, you have I misread it last time. You actually have got a +2 to your int, so you now have a 12 intelligence.
Ooh.
So you really
wow,
smart
I got a +1.
Wow.
However, what is everybody else's else's intelligence?
Mine is 14.
12.
20.
All right, Hazel, you are now as smart as Bantu. You also get a +2 to your intelligence.
Wow, I'm smart. That's scary.
Thank you, Internet.
Yes, thank you everyone who is buying, purchasing, and donating for the charity. We all definitely appreciate that.
The charity one more time is?
The charity is the Mayo Clinic. That is JordanCON's typical charity that we use every year. So the Mayo Clinic, they definitely appreciate the money we send over to them.
Which
especially topical at the moment.
Yes.
And has nothing to do with sandwich spreads.
It doesn't, ironically enough. All right. Let me go ahead and by the one power, I'm going to take you to a new map.
Ooh.
Ah.
As you cross through the forest. It's well into night by the time you get there. If you all want, you could have taken a short rest at some point, if that makes any difference to anyone.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. I'll get a spell point back and a hit point back.
Okay. You move, and the moon begins to shine. You come upon a tower that stands about 3 stories high. At least as far as you can tell. It has 8 sides, a set of stairs moving up. As you approach the valley where the tower is, you do note that there are more Trollocs, James, and as you get closer, James sort of hushes or motions for everybody to go down and be silent. And another person dressed similarly to him comes up, and they say, we've been expecting you. What took you so long? Why did where have you been? That kind of small talk. And the man says, "Are these the ones?" And James is like, "Yes, these are the people." And he's like, "Okay, we're ready. We're ready when they are." James moves back to you and says, "All right, we're going to draw the Trollocs off because that's one too many encounters for the time we have left, and we're going to go ahead and leave it open for you to move up to the tower."
DM, what are these grayish blue things?
That is water.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. All right. Good to their word, James and his companions. They shoot arrows, kill a few of the Trollocs, and lure the entire group of them off, leaving you the opportunity to move through the dark, the moonlit valley down to the gray tower. What is the order that you are all going to move in?
I can sneak ahead a little bit and try and see if there are any traps or anything, if that works. And then the rest of the group can follow.
Yeah, Zombie's going to say, Hazel, why don't you sneak ahead, scout out, let us know what you see. The rest of us take up defensive positions.
I can certainly try to do that.
Sounds good.
I'm going to try and stay within at least one move of Hazel in case she needs backup.
Appreciate it.
All right, Hazel, you move through the swampy valley. The ground is very wet, and there are obviously bits of water here and there. Go ahead and give me both an investigation and give me the stealth as well. Investigation and a perception as well.
Okay, investigation and perception. Hey yo, look at him.
Dang.
How about that?
Nothing below 20. Look at that.
I can see.
On top of Zombie's pack, the panda goes, claps.
I feel validated.
I give a little tiny high five.
Yeah. One thing you notice in particular is that the water, that you wouldn't get too close. You think you shouldn't get too close to the water.
Mm-hmm.
There are occasional ripples that do not appear to be related to fish in the water.
Mm. Yeah, Hazel's a Florida girl. You don't mess with water, you don't know what's in it.
The second thing you do note is that there are bear traps laid in the ground. You come upon one about halfway there. Do you want to disarm it or do you want to mark it?
I'm just going to mark it.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another investigation, if you would. And another stealth, if you would, as well.
Okay. Bibbity boppity.
Wow.
Bibbidi bobbidi. Hey yo.
Wow.
We know who rolled 20 likes tonight.
You are,
Yeah.
Oh, kidding.
you are killing it.
Who
These
did,
are the things that I'm good at.
who did you bribe? Yeah, but still,
Right.
that still means you rolled a 17 on that one, and 18 on
I
that
know.
one.
Holy cow.
All right. So you find another bear trap. Go ahead and mark that one as well. Oh, here, I'll mark them on the map.
Okay.
For fun. Okay. Now you have just the last bit of ground between you and the tower. You don't see anything. You don't see anyone. There are ripples in the water, but nothing seems to be taking note of your presence because you're apparently, like the wind, invisible.
So I take it we're not actually where we are on the map, right? We're still where
Right,
that was,
correct,
James.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
all right.
Okay.
I'll move myself back then.
In fact, I will move Jane off the map. Jane has left the building.
Whee! Goodbye, James. We hardly knew ye.
All right, go ahead and give. Well, what you're about 30 feet away from the tower. What do you want to do?
I mean, can I see the tower well enough that I can figure out if there is anything trappy or sketchy or giant bear trappy from
Okay.
this distance, or do I need to get closer?
You don't think there's any traps on the ground between you and the stairs?
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and go back and get the rest of the group because I don't want to get too closer into this tower by myself because that seems like a bad idea.
Okay. As you're doing that, Bantu, you're sitting in the moonlight, and the moonlight sort of bathes you. And I need to double check. Something good happens, don't worry.
I was waiting for it.
Like, okay, here we go.
Bathing in the moonlight. Don't forget to scrub under the nails.
I had this written down on a different piece of paper. So pardon me while I looked up a rule.
I'm just over here bathing in the moonlight.
Okay.
Everybody bathing in the moonlight.
Hush. Hush. Hush, baby cat.
You go ahead and get an extra 14 permanent hit points.
Oh,
Heck
wow.
yeah.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, oh beings from the other world.
All right. Also, I'm going to go ahead and give this. Tanyan, so you feel into your pocket as you were walking through here, and you find the spell components for Featherfall in your pocket.
Okay.
And you get a free use of Featherfall.
Oh,
And
excellent.
I will make sure you get it.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, benefactors.
And we have some more coming in, and once we figure out who to go to, I will announce those as well.
Oh, goodness.
Don't worry, nobody's getting killed. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so as a group, you're at the second bear trap. There's
Okay.
about 30 feet of ground between you and the tower. What would you like to do?
Do you want me to move on ahead up to the entrance of the tower, or do we want to do that as a group?
Well, you're rolling 25s, so
Yeah, clear the way all the way to the door.
yeah, get us to the door.
Oh boy, y'all have just put a hex on me.
I want to point out that I did not.
No, but I can if you want. Actually, that's a good point. As a bonus action, at some point, several hours, I will have switched. Oh, wait a minute. It's been 8 hours since that Trolloc fight, hasn't it?
It has been 8 hours since the chalk fight, yes.
All right, never mind.
Alrighty. All right, so another stealth check.
Okay. Yes, please.
Okay.
See?
You get up
Where all
close.
my rolls went. That's where all my rolls earlier in the game went. My
Okay.
1s and 4s and 3s.
Stole them all.
That's where they went.
I want
Did
to see
she take
Hazel's
my
character.
pocket?
I want to see Hazel's character sheet when this is all over because I'm pretty sure luck vampire is her race.
That's so good. That's so good.
I mean, I'm a rogue. I stole all of the good rolls from everybody else.
Right. Let me check. Nantu checks his pockets.
Yeah, and apparently she stole all my good rolls and gave me a pouch of tobacco. So I mean,
It was an even exchange at the time.
natural 20. Here, have some tobacco.
Right.
Okay, so you get there. You see that the door is slightly open,
Oh no.
but there's no light coming from inside.
I'm gonna take a little peeky boo.
Okay.
That's too bad. I wanted to kick in at least one door tonight.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry.
Hopefully this tower has more than one door.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can still kick it
does.
in if it's even more dramatic if it's not locked.
See? Look, I got a bad roll. I did it. I got a bad roll.
She's
Aw.
just doing that to throw us off the scent. That's
It looks good to you.
Okay.
Way too
I'll-
late after we've already accused you.
Right.
I'll motion everybody to come on in.
Looks clear.
okay.
Yep, water's fine.
Okay, I will follow Hazel in.
Okay. What you find as you go inside now, does Bantu have a torch?
Yes. In my explorer's pack,
Okay.
I will take out the tinder box and light a torch.
All right. Everybody who's played first edition AD&D loves you now. You're like, oh yeah, this is my jam. And
Old habits die hard.
there we go. All right. So what you see, and I'm going to take you all.
So light is an issue at this point?
Yes, it's dark out. Outside there's moonlight, so that's not too bad. But inside it looks pitch black.
Then I am channeling the traditions of old and casting a light spell at the end of my staff,
Okay.
as is tradition.
Sounds fantastic.
Thank you, Gandalf. I
Look,
appreciate
if you
that.
can do it.
I appreciate that. No, I appreciate that. So I can put this torch down
Yeah.
and free my hands up. I don't mind that at all.
I got these rad goggles, so I'm good.
So I'll toss my torch over into the corner since I don't need it.
Okay. Give me one moment here. To adjust the thing. Okay, great. Even though now I can't see what's going on. That's all right. Nobody can see what's going on. It's too dark for everyone.
Come on, Tan. So you want to do it.
All right. You find
The
yourselves.
light came with me.
But this is your chance to cast magic missile at the darkness.
Oh.
Oh,
right.
no.
Right. What was I thinking?
Okay. You find yourselves in a 8-sided room. The door is to your left. That's the screen. This little dot in the corner here is it's a very weird stair. It's a metal staircase that sort of spirals up, but it's only a few feet. It fits within a 5-foot square somewhat conveniently to be able to go up to the next level, which is dark as well. You notice that there's a moon motif on the floor. And then instead of being gray stone, the stones in this room are the color of dried blood.
Well, that's comforting.
Cheerful.
This looks like a living area down here. There's a stove. There is a table that's somewhat lopsided. There is a set of what appear to be playing cards, but the cards are worn and torn and disheveled.
Are the cards just like stacked, or does it look like somebody was playing and just got up and walked away? Like,
it looked like
there's hands dealt.
Well, it looked like someone was playing solitaire and then just did this at some point because there's some cards on the floor. You also note there is some cold porridge and a half bottle of something alcoholic. Plus some empty pizza boxes, that's typical.
Domino's slivers all the way out here?
By the way, assuming I haven't already on the way up, I am definitely recasting mage armor since it would have gone down.
That's fine. Absolutely.
Yeah, same.
I'm going to hex my Horned Spectre.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm going to move over to the stairs and start seeing if they have any kind of trap or
Wait,
mechanism or
hold on, let me
anything.
look at that.
Go ahead and give that a whirl. Moving up these stairs would be a great place for traps or sudden damage coming in from out of the blue. Just saying.
Would. I'm investigating. I'm
See,
looking.
look. I mean, I'm happy for the team, but
Yeah,
this
I was going to say, are we really going to complain about good rolls on finding traps? Because I don't feel like complaining about that.
But it's going to mean that I'm going to roll a 1 the next time.
We're going to get to combat, and I'm not going to be able to hit a thing in combat is what's going to happen.
We understand our rolls are all going to suck during the fight. It's okay. We're prepared for it.
You do find a stair. It's not necessarily a trap per se. I got to get this off the camera. But you do find one of the steps is a little loose.
Okay. Well,
But
someone's
you're also
house is
fine.
not up to code.
So
Yes, no.
squeaky.
Yeah, so there's a little squeaky. So you want to
Okay.
be careful going up there.
Okay. I'm prepared to go up, but if I can get some light to Yin so I can see.
Okay.
There we go.
No problem. Just understand that if I give it to you, I remove it from myself. I'm fine.
No, I don't mean give it to me. I mean, but just kind of move close enough so that
Oh.
your light
You can
kind of,
Sure, no problem.
yeah, you can share a little so
I
I
will.
can see.
Go over to closer to where he is.
Okay. Down below, you should see floor number 2.
Hold out the staff.
So it's going down,
Going up. It's going up.
going up. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna slowly go up, skipping the rickety step.
Okay.
Yep, heading on up.
Okay. Just remind everybody that you can donate and buy items for the game, the Celebrity DnD, if you go to our homepage and follow the links there. You can donate directly without buying them nice, cool magic items or me nice, cool magic items. But you can also obviously buy items that land in the game, as many of you have seen. Okay.
Eucalyptus leaves would not go amiss.
True enough. The mini panda has to eat.
And
As you get up into
bars.
this room, this is sort of the living area, and it stinks. The bed is a mess, and it's nothing to write home about anyway. There's a water basin and place for elimination that haven't been cleaned in a while. There is of note a bag that seems out of place, laying on the floor, but you can just see inside. There must be something inside the bag. It does not appear to be moving. however.
Smells like my college dorm.
It has a lot of college dorm feel to it.
I will use my mage hand to move over to the bag and like poke it.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, that's why we all take mage hand.
All right. In the bag, you sort of drag it closer to you. There appear to be 4 items in the bag.
All right, let's open it up and see what they are.
Okay. There are 2 wands, although one of the wands says "for Hazel only" on it. There is another wand that's probably familiar to Tienzo and Hazel. It's a wand of fireball. And there are 2 tokens. There's sort of a luck token in there, so for someone could take to give them advantage. And there's a small little bit of a token that you could put on the end of your weapon, and it makes it gives some extra damage for 1 attack.
Well, I'm going to nominate Bantu for the luck token.
I second that nomination.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
I'm looking at the wand of fireballs, and I'm looking at this tower, and I'm thinking of the infamous I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I cast fireball thing, and going,
It does seem like an invitation to misjudge some things.
Self-immolation comes to mind.
Oh boy. All right. Let's divvy up the items.
Is anyone else a little concerned that this says "for Hazel" on it?
Yeah, it's a little alarming, but not the weirdest thing that's happened to me. So,
Definitely not the
Noted.
weirdest things happened
All right.
today.
yeah.
I was going to say, it's not the weirdest thing that's happened to us today.
Yeah, that's true. Today's been pretty up there as far as the weird factor goes. All right. Yay, items.
I guess I'll
Is there another set? Is there? Do the stairs go up, or is there another door?
There, oh, you know what? There is another set of stairs that I forgot to add to the map. Hold on.
So briefly, I assume Hazel gets the Hazel wand. We gave Bantu the luck token. I can't use wands. I can't attune to them. So I guess Tienzo gets the fireball wand. That leaves me with the other token. Does that sound right?
Sounds good.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Do I have a clue what this wand that I have does?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a lightning bolt on the side.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, I mean, I'll just cast it and see what happens. That just seems like a bad idea.
Right.
Wand of summon rabid voles.
Yeah. I'm like, Hazel's not always known for her good decision-making skills.
Of course, I guess it could be a wand of speed if it has a lightning bolt on it. Maybe it's
Oh
some
man,
flash.
hasted rogues.
Those are the best.
But no, it's lightning bolt.
Okay.
So yes, there is another stair going up, very similar to this one.
Oh, thank you, audience.
Hazel, would you like to check it for traps? Maybe.
Sure, I love checking for traps.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you very
Annabelle.
much. Boop.
Look at that. The checking for traps master right there at work.
I want Hazel with me all the time.
Yeah.
This one is not trapped and is up to code, so you won't. There's no squeaky stair with it.
Clearly, I'm not even needed here. I'm just going to leave.
But wait,
Okay.
it gets better.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy.
All right, are you going up? Anyone going up the stairs?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
head up the steps.
Give it the coast is clear sign and
I'm
head on.
still behind Bantu, doing the light thing.
I'll stay a floor behind everybody else, but I'm definitely calling OSHA about that first stairway.
Okay, now things are about to get interesting. So
Oh boy.
very interesting.
Okay.
All right, you all come up the stairs. As you emerge, again, very similar. There's no stair going up. This is the top of the tower. And you don't see any way to get outside. There are no windows. Then there's no stair up. What you do see, however, is a purple sphere of energy in the corner. And through the purple sphere of energy, you see what you think is like a feasting hall beyond.
Hmm.
Why is everybody saying
Well, I don't like it.
There's some sort of purple sphere of energy up here with what looks like a room, a banquet hall
Yes.
beyond it.
Okay, it's purple.
Yeah.
Can one of our magic users test to see if it's a portal or if it's benign?
I want to start off with an Arcana roll, if I may. Yes?
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Woo!
My head nod was too subtle that time. Okay.
I'm not Hazel, so.
However, that's still good enough. It's definitely a gate not as powerful as the one you came through. You think, however, that this one takes you to another dimension, like a dream dimension.
Okay. How dangerous do I think it would be to enter there?
You can enter into it without any trouble. How dangerous it might be, it's hard to tell. There appear to be people. You see people on the other side.
Tayenko, can you tell if it's a one-way trip?
Good question, can I?
And it is not a one-way trip. You can go back and forth between through this.
As
portal.
long as this gateway stays, it should be stable enough. Yes, we would be able to come back.
And there are no other doors or stairs. Is that correct?
Correct. Not that you see.
This kind of may be our only option.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to draw my sword and step through the portal.
Okay. And Bantu is never heard from again.
Well done, Bantu.
Congratulations, you have successfully exited the game.
You win.
You wake up and wonder, was it all a dream?
Oh.
Yes, actually. Technically, yes, it is all dream.
I am following Bantu.
Yeah, I'll follow after Bantu as well.
Okay.
I sit down there, a floor below everybody else, for about a minute because nobody said anything.
No,
finally
no,
go, guys?
No. Come on, we're going. I did. You didn't come up.
No, I kept saying I'm staying a floor behind you guys to watch everybody's
Okay,
backs.
so before I entered in, it would have been like, zombie up here.
Okay.
It's better to make bad decisions in a big group.
That's right.
True enough. True enough. All right, give me a moment here to.
Yeah, that way there's plenty of people to drag your body back.
You just have to be the fastest in the group.
Oh, you don't have to
That's
outrun.
true.
You don't have to outrun the teleporting cat. You just have to be faster than the next slowest guy. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it won't be the first time I've died.
Another
Spoilers.
time-honored D&D tradition.
Zombie just turns and stares at Tanso.
Spoilers to Danso. Spoilers.
I have definitely been involved in games back in the day where a poor friend spent an hour rolling up a character for the game and died in the first encounter, like 20 minutes in.
Yeah, definitely has happened. Ugh.
So
I'm on a tradition.
I'm the only person I know of in my current gaming group that has ever played the Traveler RPG, where it is possible to die in character creation. That is actually a thing that can happen.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Traveler is a great game. I love Traveler.
There's an internet guy that does game reviews and stuff like that named Seth Skorkowski. His most recent video, he's actually wearing a shirt that's in the Traveler font says, "You've never lived till you've died in character creation."
Yes. All right.
I want that shirt.
I do too, to be honest. I also want to get a Wayland Yutani shirt. I've had my eye on for a while.
I have one of those. I've also got a Nostromo shirt.
Oh, nice. Very nice. All right. You will note
Attack of the Clones.
As you step through through the portal, your skin tingles and it's like electricity and purple sparks go off from time to time. But there's nothing any particular danger, or you don't take any damage going through. And on the other side, you find yourselves in a large feasting hall. There's food on the table. It looks wonderful. It smells wonderful. And you give a quick head count. There are 14 people in this room. There is a man who with stringy gray hair at the far end of the table. He has a sort of half crown on his head. He looks very sad. He looks wild-eyed. Next to him, about 10 feet away, is it's hard to tell, an androgynous creature in black articulated plate mail with a very wicked-looking sword. And there are 13, with the best you can describe to be almost apparitions in the room. They're people, and they're laughing, and they're eating, and they're drinking, but they are translucent. And one of them walks over and slaps the old man on the back and says, "This is a great party you're throwing for us. We appreciate it very much." And they're all giving you, no one's reacting specifically, but they all look at you as you move in. No one says anything to you, though.
I'm going to sheath my sword so I don't look overtly hostile.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, is there anything in the room that looks like a bowl?
There is actually a bowl sitting in front of him that's empty. All the other bowls you see on the table are filled. This one is empty, just sort of sitting in front of the old man.
Almost like it's filled with air.
Or wind.
Gasp.
Yes.
So this might be the angry owl that we're looking for.
Could be. Who else is coming through?
I think we all were coming through behind Bantu. It's just a matter of order.
Then who is going after Tiansu?
That would probably be Hazel.
Yeah, I'm going last as usual.
Yeah.
Do you want to interact with any of them, Bantu?
Yeah, I'm just going to walk up to this one and say, "Hey, this is a great party, isn't it?"
Actually, that's a woman. There are men and
women.
Okay. But she looks at you and says, "Oh yeah, it's a great party. We haven't had one of these in a long time."
Who's our host?
She points her finger at the old man. He is the great speaker. He's going to make everything much better for us.
Can I tell if these are illusions, ghosts,
Go ahead and give me an arcane check.
specters?
While she's doing that zombies are going to literally stick a. Whoops. Hold on, I muted.
Nice roll.
The zombie's going to stick a finger out and just like poke the guy in front of him and see if my hand goes through him or not.
It feels very much like putting your hand through putty, but putty that's electrified. Not enough to damage you, but it's like a warm, fuzzy,
like a tingly sort of touching a
Yeah.
battery type thing. Okay.
yes.
He pulls his hand back quickly and goes, "Hey, yeah, there's something there."
They are not illusions, as far as you can tell. They appear to be reflections, is the best way. They are reflections of a real individual who is either projecting or being projected from another place.
I'm going to ask her, how did she get here?
But they're not actually undead.
They're not undead.
Okay.
She just, well, the old man is dreaming, and he invited us into his dream. She kind of leans into you and says, "Are you here to kill him? Is that what's going to happen?"
We just need the bowl. It
Wow.
doesn't belong to him.
Hey, everybody. She's like, or she motions. She's like, "Oh, they're gonna come take the bowl." And the guy staying up next to him, and he's like, "Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. We'll watch this."
Where's the gray speaker's dreaming body?
Oh well, she kind of just motions to the head of the table. He's there. He's all right there.
But if we're inside his dream, he cannot be dreaming inside of his own dream.
Is this your first time? She says.
Lady, you have no idea what I've been through.
Well, all I can tell you is that your host is right over there, and this is also his dream.
I'm going to start moving towards the bowl.
Okay.
Casual, like.
I don't know how the rules work here, so it is possible that while it's his dream, this is a dimension that anyone can enter.
Hazel, why don't you go to the right, and I will try and engage him in conversation to the left.
Okay. Boop.
One thing you note as you guys start moving up the table is that the apparition people are moving back. They all want to have they're all watching what's going to happen.
Oh, they want to show.
Great.
I'm good at shows, so I got.
The one that was standing up and it slapped the old man on his back takes a cup of wine and says, "Oh, this is going to be good. I can't wait to watch this."
Perhaps better an audience than participants.
Yeah, much.
He just sort of shrugs when he sort of hears that, and he's like, "Well, they'll make another one."
I'm sorry, what was that?
He says they'll make another one.
Of course.
I'm going to approach him. Hello, great one. Thank you for the invitation to the party. I'm trying to get his attention.
As you move up to the table, you notice something moving among the table. It's the strangest thing you've ever seen. It's some sort of loose piece of fabric, but it's sort of in the shape of a bow, like a pink paisley bow, almost like a pink paisley bow tie. And it moves closer to you specifically, Bantu. And it says, "Huh, I sense a philosopher in you. I don't like philosophers." And it looks like it's going to attack you.
Oh, great.
While they were moving forward, can I have cast Hex on the androgynous figure that is directly north of Bantu right now?
Yes, but I need you to make a wisdom save for me.
Sure. This will be very exciting. I suck at this.
There you go.
Do you though?
Good
Do,
roll.
do you
all right.
really suck at that?
Folks, I have a -1 wisdom modifier.
Doesn't matter. You did great. Good job.
It turns around and it looks at you. Almost if it's unaffected, or it's not unaffected, but it's unfazed by what you did. And in reaction, actually, oh, wait a second, hold on. I got to do this.
Keep in mind, Hex by itself does no damage.
Right.
Okay.
It just sort of looks at you, and when you make your save, it grows in size. And watch my monsters grow. Things I do for
Great.
charity.
Oh, great.
Okay. Got some more healing for the group. I'm sure you won't need that.
They're hilarious.
Okay. At this point, we're gonna go ahead into initiative. And hopefully, oops. Don't worry, I'm not really moving that all the way. There we go. Oh. There we go. All right. And just let everybody know out there, we have 15 more minutes left in our stream. So we're going to have ourselves a quick battle here, but it's not too late to purchase some in-battle shenanigans.
If you notice the one for a large amount of money that says just let the PCs win, you should go ahead and think about buying that one right now.
That would be awesome. That would be an A+ choice.
Now, come on now. They've bought you a lot of cool stuff. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
I'm merely thinking for time reasons.
Of course.
We're only thinking of you, our beloved DM.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Exactly.
All right. And
As he rubs his hands together.
Yeah, I
in
know.
glee.
I saw. Oh boy.
this should be a quick fight. All right. Did everybody? Okay, so Tansu is 23.
Oh, do I need to roll for initiative again?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Would. Now you all have a couple group heals. So
Boom! Finally a decent roll.
let me
Okay.
know if you
Double digits.
was in zombie is an 8.
Yeah, sad little 8.
I got everybody just once up there. Excellent. Okay. Tayensu, 23. Your go.
Okay, I am going to hold until either the big guy, if he casts a spell, which I'm assuming, I will. Can I make this conditional? Can I say if he does something that I think I need to counterspell?
Well, you can counterspell anyway.
That's true.
your
I can't.
action.
Okay. Well, anyway, but I still have to hold an action for that, don't I?
No.
No, counterspells are reaction.
I haven't played a wizard in a really long time. Okay, so in that case, I am going to. I mean, it's very clear we're being attacked, right? This isn't
Well,
like.
Bantu is definitely being attacked, and then the creature, the androgynous creature in the corner, grew to twice its size.
Okay. Well,
Arguably 4 times. I mean, how, the square.
True enough.
and he looks like he's doing sort of physical stuff. I mean, he looks like a big
yes.
bruiser type. Okay.
Well, it pulls out. It looks like a very skilled fighter. Probably someone who could match Bantu in skill.
Okay.
So an expert in headlocks.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Side specialization in noogies.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, then in that case, sorry, guys. I'm going to go ahead and cast Flaming Sphere.
Okay.
Within the range. Yeah, that's in range. Isn't it?
Yes. Each square is 5 feet. So.
Okay. Then, yeah, and I'm going to attack the big bruisery dude. So go ahead and he has a dex-based saving throw of 16 to make.
Okay.
Oh, ouch. So
Let's take half damage. Is that right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Sean, for what it's worth, the turn order did not update on my screen, so I don't know if that has to be pushed to everybody or.
It didn't update on mine either. It's I can see it on what you're casting, but I can't see it on my actual screen.
Did it do that?
No.
Okay.
All right. We'll just watch it on Zoom. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Don't worry. And I'll announce it as we go. Hazel, you are up. Or I'm sorry, Tansu, did you need to move or do anything like that?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Hazel, you're up. The bowl is right there if you want to take it.
Get the bowl. I'll handle the bruiser.
What kind of table is this? Can I crawl under the table by chance?
You can, yes.
Okay, I would like to grab the bowl and dive under the table and start crawling back towards the portal.
Okay, go ahead and move. Well, okay, you can crawling. You'll get half, so half movement for crawling.
Okay.
And of course, you can always use your bonus action to move even more if you want.
Okay, so I will grab that, and then we'll go
Dash crawl.
Yeah, the dash, the fast crawl. So I think I can get right about here with using my bonus action to dash. And I got the bowl. I'm heading to the portal, and I will say, "I got it. Let's go."
All right.
Oh God, I just realized something. I forgot to roll initiative for the Spectre.
He can go in your initiative. It's fine.
Okay. All right. Not supposed to, but that's cool. All good.
Well, we'll have him go one after you then.
Okay.
All right. So after Hazel goes and grabs the bowl, a creature, a frog-like creature with black oily skin, pops into existence and runs over to her and with pulls out a greatsword.
Boy, I really don't like that.
Casts a spell and takes a swing at you.
Okay.
AC 29.
that hits, shockingly enough.
Wow, shockingly.
I know. Who would have thunk?
Go ahead and make me a Constitution save, please.
Oh boy, I'm good. I'm so good at those.
Bantu, on your next attack, you also get an additional D6 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, I clicked it twice, so the first one is 13.
Okay, so you feel some dark energy sucking your life essence away.
Super don't like that.
Okay, so oh my god, you take 18 cutting, slicing damage. The creature just cuts right down your back.
I'm going to use my reaction to uncanny dodge and take half of that sucker.
Okay, then you feel the crackling death energy grab at you, and you take a whopping 2 points
Yeah!
of necrotic damage, and then the creature pops out.
There's a death frog on the loose.
Wait, but then so it's still here, right?
No, it goes away. It just
Okay.
So
it just appeared, attacked, and then
disappeared.
vanished.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, Bantu, you go.
Okay, I'm going to throw a hand axe at the gray voice.
Okay.
And with my second attack, I'm going to tackle the large warrior.
Okay. The hand axe thuds into the wall. Let's see. Yeah.
Bantu's reaction to anything that's large sized. I grapple it.
Well, you do.
No, I love it.
Oh, you do have an
Worked well for
luck
him.
token.
Yeah.
You do have that luck token you can use.
Yeah, let me use that with my axe throw. What should I do? Should I
Just roll again. That's fine.
roll
The hand-
again?
Yep. Just hand axe. There we go.
Bam!
It hits the old man in the side of his head, and it sort of sticks there, and his eyes get crazy.
And I'm gonna add the +6, the +6 damage.
Okay.
1d6, is that right?
Just 1d6. Yep.
Ouch.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay,
Alright,
so what do you want me to roll for the tackle?
Just make an attack roll. Just put your +7 attack in there. So D20 +7.
Okay. Let me toggle back. $22.
Okay. You tackle him, and on its turn, you'll get a chance to break out of that.
Okay.
Now, however, actually its turn is next, but before it goes, the bow tie leaps from the table. You will not ignore me, philosopher, and it bites down on you.
Oh, great.
I'll tell you who sent that to you afterwards.
I can guess.
Oh, and the bow tie criticals Bantu. It bites right on your neck, and its teeth sink into it. There's spurts of blood everywhere. Love it.
No.
That's not good.
It's
30
really not
points
that
of
bad.
damage?
No, just 12. 12 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, that was the to hit roll.
Yeah. Okay, the big creature, it will go ahead and try to escape. It's going to get advantage because it. Actually, it just gets a straight up roll because I have a disadvantage I have to give myself from earlier. So this is just a straight up athletics roll. It gets 15 off its athletics. So does that break out or?
Oh, what do you need? The opponent saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Okay, so that's the same as save. So it's got a 15. So it pushes you off. Now it can't do anything else this round because it took its whole action to push you away.
Right.
But it is okay. The old man stands up, and I need everybody to give me a Constitution save, please.
Can I take my advantage on my Constitution save?
You sure can. You can also, if you want, this is magic, you can try and counterspell it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely going to try to counterspell it then.
What level of counterspell are you going to cast?
That's going to be counterspell at 4th level.
Okay. You're going to have to roll. So you can either use your advantage on the roll to beat the spell level of this, or you can use your advantage on your saving throw, whichever you prefer.
I will use it on the roll to counterspell.
Okay.
So.
Come on.
Now I heard the notes have to say.
Right. And that, what do I?
It's a spell check, so a d20 plus your int plus, d20 plus int.
With proficiency or not?
No.
No proficiency, just D20 plus int?
I believe so, yeah. Let me double check. Go ahead and roll, and I'll double check that as we speak. Because of course I forgot my player's handbook. Yeah. Okay.
So 18.
Woo!
Nice.
That's pretty dang solid. Let's woo!
Yes, just the spell casting ability, so your intelligence. Actually, somewhat epically, he stands up and he just starts hurling lightning at everybody. And you're like, I don't think so. And the spell just dissipates.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
Move.
Yeah.
Woo!
Lightning's mine.
He has this defeated look on his face. Zombie, you go, and then your spirit, your apparition.
Okie dokie. I am going to. I'm going to cast Hex on the old man. Oh wait, no, I already cast on the other person. Never mind. I'm going to cast Hexblade's Curse on the old man as a bonus action. And then I'm going to shoot at him.
Okay.
And yeah. Crappy roll. I assume that'll miss.
Let's
14.
see here. Yes, that will miss.
Okay, second shot because I have Thirsty Blade. 22.
22 hits.
Nice.
Good.
And that was on the old man, is that right?
Yes, that is correct. That is the old man.
Okay.
Oh, God. Really? All right. 11 points of magic damage.
Okay. He looks wounded, but he still looks crazy. That never changes. Okay.
And then I am going to take a step here. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. What is your apparition going to do?
Oh, yes. Appy the apparition. I'm going to tell it to go attack the old guy. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. He will move all the way up there.
Okay.
And he will attack the old dude. He is +8 to hit. So Ooh, 26.
That hits.
Yeah.
All right. The old man needs to make a DC 10 Constitution save.
No, he does not.
So he takes 9 points of damage, and his permanent hit point total goes down by 9. His maximum hit points.
Okay. That's not good.
And that's necrotic damage if it matters.
Right.
And that is
yeah,
the Spectre's turn.
The Spectre hits him, and he's just sort of screams out in agony and frustration. Taenso, it's your go.
The Spectre goes, join us in death.
Where's the specter?
He's the very top of the screen in between the big giant androgynous person and the old man.
Some Roll20 is not exactly updating on everything, so
I don't know if you can see where I'm blinking.
Mm-mm. Hold on.
well, the old
Oh,
man-
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, great, perfect. Because
And feel free to include him in area of effects. I don't care.
well, right. I wanted to see if I could get the fireball without getting him in it, and I'm pretty sure I can. So, I believe if I target this fellow right here, the on the right, the this guy,
the big one.
that will get the gray dude without getting anyone that I don't want it to get.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to use the wand of fireballs.
Technically, I think you have to hit the square next to him. But that's fine, whatever.
Yeah. And I'm going to use the wand of fireballs.
Okay.
I'm going to burn out the wand of fireballs.
Oh boy.
Because why not?
Woohoo!
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Ninth level fireball.
I believe that is a smoke 'em if you got 'em.
Right.
Wow.
Now, he did make the save, but he still takes a lot of damage, and he's on fire, and he's very super upset right now, like mad. And that's the more he screams, the more the dream world sort of shakes a bit. You're all being like thrown around a little bit. Did you want to move or do anything else?
Honestly, I don't think moving does me anything at this point. If he's going to get me, he's going to get me.
Okay. Hazel, it's your up.
I am going to use my wand of lightning bolts,
Okay.
and I'm going to cast that. It's got 7 charges, so I'm going to follow the lead and just full on blast it out.
Okay.
All right. So
Look, our very kind audience gave us these things.
I know.
It would be criminal
Yeah.
of us not to use
not
them.
to use
Absolutely. I understand. They didn't give me one, but that's
That
fine.
reminds me, how much is that token thing that I put on the crossbow supposed to have added to my damage? I didn't even ask you.
A D6. You
Oh,
go ahead and roll.
D6. All right.
Okay, so we're gonna cast a lightning bolt. All right. Oh, nice.
So I had 5 more damage to the old guy.
Got it. Let's get that lightning bolt damage.
All right, so I am going to do that. Boop.
Very
Oh,
nice.
that's
45.
Wow.
DC
aiming for the old guy.
All right, he
pretty
makes a
great.
save. However, even with half damage, that's still enough to make him explode. Lightning hits him.
Wow.
And the fire comes up inside, and then there's this sort of greenish fire that consumes him. And just when it's all done, there's nothing but those motes that you saw on the road, almost as if the man had never been there. As that happens, you all are flung out of his dream.
All right.
Everybody give me a
Keep hold on the ball. Hold on to the ball.
I'm holding it.
save.
Oh,
We'll
I
see.
hate these.
Oh, I'm sorry. What save? I couldn't hear you, Sean.
Constitution save. Okay, Hazel, you're fine.
Yeah, she is.
Your Spectre doesn't make it, but the Panda obviously survives.
Obviously.
You all
Hey, the
find
panda was
yourself-
with me, man.
That's right. You all find yourself outside. It's daylight. The sun is just coming up. You're all laying in the grass. The tower, the moon tower, is crumbling. It's sort of, if you remember at the end of Troll, the way the bad guy's tower just sort of dissipates into the air, and that's what's happening
You
here.
assume a lot, sir.
Obscure
who've
80s
seen-
movie reference for the win.
Yes, for those who've seen Troll, at the end of the movie when it
The fact that
disappears-
you're not wrong is beside the point.
For the 7 of you watching who have seen Crawl.
And you're all sitting outside in the grass and half in the water. You can feel the evil sort of leave this part of the land. The creatures that were in the water slither away. And the tower in a few minutes is completely gone. And as the sunlight covers, you see beyond the tower a man holding a staff, and he's leaning on it, watching this in amazement. And he's standing next to a portal stone similar to the one that you had come through.
Wait, all we had to do was walk around the tower? Dang it, we didn't walk around the tower.
I don't know what to tell you. This is Prane. We have to quickly wrap this up. So this is Prane, and he's a simple man from the city of Ibudar. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And he's happy to take the bowl from you, and he will deliver it to the people it needs to go to. And he knows nothing about the portal stone behind him, but with a little bit of figuring out, you all realize that you can make it work to get back to wherever you were.
Somebody says, well, this was fun, folks. Let's do it again, never.
I completely agree.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it here a little bit. But yes, let's not do it again.
Well, I do wish it was that easy to kill a fake false dragon where I'm from.
That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
All right. A pleasure.
Zombie, Hazel, Jinsu, the honor was mine.
It's been lovely working with you all.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'll miss you most of all, Panda.
He's going with you. He's going with you.
Woo!
Is he though?
That
Is he
book
really?
better show up in the next book.
With no explanation. Just don't even.
Yeah,
Yes,
that'd be the
don't
best.
explain it. Don't
No.
do anything.
Everybody else in AFO Spectre's like, zombie?
Where'd the panda come from?
Just accept it. It's a thing now.
I want to thank everybody for playing. I'd like everybody to take a curtain call if they would. You were great to run through Toils of the Dreamer. Had a blast. Just go ahead and let everybody know where you can be found on the internet.
First of all, I would like to thank the audience, without whom this would really not have been possible. So you can find me at JenLyons.com or on Twitter at JenLyonsAuthor, and of course in bookstores.
I'd like to thank Kathy and James and all the other tech people at JordanCon, Sean, our wonderful GM, and again, the audience, you people, for watching, helping out, and providing extra bits of levity and insanity to an already somewhat insane, chaotic game. I hope you guys had fun watching us. You can find Operation Rabbit Hole and read more of Zombie, where he's considerably more foul-mouthed because it's not rated PG, on Amazon. And yeah, I hope to see you guys again soon. Oh, and after all of this, I think some of us are going to the Discord after game party channel. So if you have questions or whatever, or just want to hang out, you can do that there.
Absolutely.
Hazel, you can go ahead.
Okay. So I am pretty much Judy Blackcloud on every social media site ever. And my website is judyblackcloud.com. The Finnegan Family Supernatural Hunter series just was compiled into an omnibus like 2 weeks ago, which feels like about 37 years ago. So that's super exciting, and you can learn more about Hazel and all her ridiculous whole family of sideshow people. So this has been absolutely amazing, and I want to thank JordanCon for giving me the chance to play D&D and do good for the world. So yay! Woo!
It's been a great pleasure. I know that a lot of us are trying to figure out ways to kind of get through this pandemic and all of the changes that it's wrought. And I'm very appreciative to JordanCon for inviting me to be a part of this. Thank you, Sean, for being the DM and carrying us through this adventure. And thank you to my fellow campaigners. It was a blast. You can find me at GeraldLColeman.com, and you can find the actual Bantu in the 3 Gifts series. And thanks again. It's been a blast. Hopefully I will see all of you next year in the real world in person.
Meet
Yes.
space.
At JordanCon.
Do any of you guys have a book coming out? Is there anything coming up?
Not immediately.
No wrong answer.
I'll have a short story in the in Onyx Path Publishing's dystopian anthology, which is coming out soon, and then one in a weird fiction anthology by Broken Eye Books, and look for the 3rd book in the fantasy series coming soon.
That was what I was coming soon. Okay, book 3 of A Course of Dragons is going to be out August 25th. So that's where mine is. And the first 2 in the series, and it's a series of 5, came out last year. So those are available.
And we apologize for being 15 minutes over. Whoever was supposed to have the Zoom channel after us, mea culpa. Peace, everybody.
Well, okay. So one last thing, we raised $572 during the stream.
Yeah,
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to go ahead and read off the names of those who donated.
Hell
Jeff, Tom, Abigail, Denny, Robert, Jenn, Carolyn, Ola, Ben, another Robert, Jen, Patrick, Chad, and Andrea. Thank you all very much.
I know Ola was responsible for the bow tie. I bet. I will bet a gold token.
I can neither confirm nor deny that that's the case.
No, but Kathy can, so just ask her.
Yes. But thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. It was a great time, and I would gladly do it again. And everybody, good night. Have a great night.
All right.
And we will be
at the
party on Discord. So good night, everybody.
Goodbye.